We are.
Yeah. Aye.
We streaming?
We are.
Excelente. Previously on Curse of Strahd, you set off from the Wizard of Wines to do some wine deliveries with not the crows, with the ravens. The crows. As you head for Kresk, you had just finished with the Esther Hill, where you consecrated the previously defiled area of the Golthias tree. You got some nice goodies from there. And you are northbound, or rather westbound, towards Kresk, sort of. It's a bridge. As you approach the bridge, so you're all on a wagon full of wine casks. You are accompanied by a couple of ravens. We'll just call them ravens for now, even though the Martikovs. You're accompanied by a couple of ravens who are driving the wagon. And off to the northeast, as you cross the bridge, sort of... Oh, have we crashed again? I'm having a lot of IT issues tonight.
It says game paused at bottom.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I want... Can't ping the map. There we go. So as you cross the bridge, you see you go over a river and off into the distance on the northeast. You see a tower. Can we all see where I'm pinging the map? Top left. You can see a tower on Lake Baratok, and the convoy heads west from the bridge.
Can we inquire as to what that tower is? With our,
Can inquire, yes.
With our hosts?
Sure. In fact, I've got a picture of it.
Oh.
Oh no, it's too soon for the picture. You can have it another time. Julian turns to you and on this sightseeing tour, and he says that tower belonged to a mage of old, old Kazan.
Yeah.
It's not occupied as far as I know.
What happened to this mage?
His history is lost in time.
Quite old then.
Hundreds of years.
Pre-Strahd or?
No. Not pre-Strahd, but maybe 500 years ago.
Would there be anyone that would know? Historians?
Maybe the abbot, although he's a newcomer relatively.
Well, it's worth asking him.
He says to you, the town of the village of Kresk, where we're heading. Speaking of the abbot, there are rumors that the abbot recently resurrected someone from the dead. I mean, I haven't believed it until now, until I saw you, Mr. Wynn, resurrect your friend. So I guess miracles are possible.
It's a skill I've learned. It took a long time.
I'm sure. Yeah. So the abbot apparently resurrected someone about a week ago. Is the rumor?
Did they have any melodies or?
They were dead.
Well, no. When they came back to life, did they morph into a wolf?
I'm joking with you. I have no idea. I don't even know who it was that was resurrected. Some child. I'm not sure.
Something to look into, perhaps.
Maybe. Speaking of looking into, just be careful, Kresk. It's a very insular community. They don't just let anybody in.
How comes?
They just like to keep to themselves. They want nothing to do with Strahd. They are actually very self-sufficient, a very self-sufficient community. They never leave. You won't find a Krezkite outside of Krezk anywhere.
What's the
They
burgomaster?
grow their own. He's a good man, like most of them. He's been very troubled of late. I'm not sure why. He had 4 children, and he's lost at least. Well, last time I was in Krezk, he'd lost at least 3 of his children.
Oh. Do we know how?
No, I don't know. I don't pry. I've learned not to ask questions in Krezk.
Ah, likely to upset someone, I see.
Possibly they are. Yeah, as I said, they're very insular. They don't like to share information. But the abbot might be able to help you. He's not local. In fact, I don't. He looks at his father and look at each other and shrug, and they said, "I don't actually know where the abbot is from."
How long's he been there?
Actually, thinking of it, probably 100 years. Yes, he appeared a century ago and just took up residence in the old abbey.
Okay. Yes, I think we'll have business with him at some point then.
Certainly, he's an interesting fellow.
And what can you tell me of the inn? Where we're
There
delivering
is no
this wine?
inn.
But where are we delivering the wine?
The wine is going to people's homes.
Ah,
They pay for it individually. They have no inn. They have no use for an inn because they don't really accept visitors.
surely it must gather as a townsfolk.
He says, well, maybe. As I said, they don't let outsiders in. I've never seen them having any gatherings or any such thing.
Are we likely to face trouble then, going into Krezk?
The only place you would face trouble in Krezk is at their gates. Once they let you in and possibly accept you, they will definitely they will want you to leave soonish. But if they let you in, you obviously have something to offer. They don't let anybody in that doesn't have something to offer, be it work or information.
Okay, handy to know. Seems our time might be short there.
Maybe. And as you're having this conversation, the weather starts closing in, and it's starting to get quite cold. And he looks at you and he says, "You really should probably try to invest in some warmer clothing because winter is coming."
Yes, I can imagine it's quite bleak.
It is very bleak.
We're at the northern end of Barovia, are we?
The northwestern end, yes.
Yes, yeah, I can imagine it would be quite useful.
Yeah, and I mean, as the wagon rolls along, you can see up to the north, the trees are starting to become quite snow-tipped, or ice-tipped at least. And yeah, the weather is starting to close in a bit. But the weather seems to close in quite fast as the wagon rolls along. And all of a sudden, David Martikov brings his wagon to a stop, and looks quite panicked and looks at his son. Is my sound not coming out okay?
Yes,
Yeah, you sound good.
Crystal.
It's a bit crunchy for me.
Yeah,
Crunchy.
I thought it didn't. It doesn't sound the same as it did last week. Weirdly, it's audible, like you can hear it, but there's a little bit to it. It's like just a little bit off.
Yeah.
Bit of distortion.
Yeah, that's the word.
Distortion. Well, when we take a pee break, I might just try and sort it out.
I didn't really want to halt you in your tracks with that, Peter. That's why I just dropped you.
That's all right.
Sorry, mate.
Well, I just want to make sure everybody can hear me. I don't want to.
I hear you all right. Like I said, it
It sounds like you swallowed the mic a bit.
Yeah, it sounds like
I've-
you want to eat the
I've moved it
microphone.
away. I've moved it away.
That's better.
Yeah.
Okay, so so they looked quite panicked, and Adrian says, it can't be. And up ahead, you all follow his gaze up ahead, and you see a very well-dressed man with jet black hair, and he's kind of flanked by three female women, and a black carriage is kind of blocking your way. And they say, it's the devil, and he's waiting for you.
Nice.
Oh. Time to meet the maker.
Yes. So here we go. Okay. Let me know when you've all appeared. I'll just drop you in.
Oh, there we go.
Yee. I'm missing Marlo. What's this horse doing here?
I've had to reset. Hang on.
Pin there. Someone's measuring firing distances. So, is everybody here? Oh, there's two Marlowe wins now.
Ah.
Where's that one? You've dropped your pin right on poor Irina. Is this horse actually staying here? Was it following?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So up ahead you see Strad, who you assume to be Strad, and who you know to be Strad. At least I don't think Ziggy knows who Strad is yet.
No, Ziggy doesn't. Obviously heard his name a lot, but not met him or anything.
Okay. Yeah, and he's flanked by three women. And he's just kind of standing there, waiting.
What do you suggest, guys?
Probably not going in both barrels would be an idea. Maybe strike up a conversation. Anyone?
He kind of he's holding a cigarette in one hand, and he beckons you over with his other one. He's clad in mostly black with black gloves. The women are all holding like 1920s umbrellas, kind of frilly.
Well, it's raining.
And he looks at you, and he says, "Well, look who it is! Our intrepid adventurers. Fancy meeting you here."
It is a rather strange place to meet, Lord, isn't it?
It is. So, how are you finding your time in Barovia? I see you are getting into quite a lot of, trouble.
Well, I think we've managed to survive quite well.
Yes, you have actually done better than I expected. And as you kind of just shoot in the breeze, he can see right over Ziggy, and he spots Irina, and he straightens, and flushes a little bit, and you can hear him mutter under his breath, "Tatiana." And Irina's just kind of hanging back. Everybody follows his gaze, and she just doesn't even want to look in his direction.
Is there something we can help you with, perhaps?
You can help me by giving me Tatiana.
She's not ours to give, I'm afraid.
He's becoming quite agitated now. He obviously wasn't expecting to see her here. and the three women behind him just kind of look at each other
Would you
as
mind?
Keris joins Irina over the back of the cover there.
Who are your companions?
Never mind that. He's really getting quite. He's looking quite irate, and he says, "Tatiana," and he says it. Starts saying it louder and louder until she can obviously hear him, and he says, "Tatiana, come to me." What's everybody doing?
Ziggy's a little bit perplexed by the situation.
Keris is gonna suggest that someone tell him that she's not Tatiana. Perhaps, I don't know.
Are you shouting that from a distance?
Yeah, I guess so. She's not Tatiana.
Her name is Irina.
Anybody else?
Not
You mean
Tatiana.
Arena?
It completely. It's as if you didn't even say that, and he's just starting to say her name over and over again. He says, "Tatiana, my love, come with me. I can take you away to a castle." And she's not even making eye contact. She's absolutely terrified.
I don't think she's interested.
She's my betrothed. Of course she's interested.
Is she your betrothed?
He looks at the ground and just shakes his head, and he looks back at you, Marlo, because you're doing most of the talking, and he says, "Listen, the reason why I wanted to speak to you is," and he's struggling to take his eyes off her. He says, "The reason why I wanted to speak with you is to," and he looks at his brides, and he looks back at you, and he says, "to offer you an invitation to a dinner at Castle Ravenloft."
Fascinating. And when's this dinner?
Whenever you are ready, I will send the carriage for you, and it will bring you directly to the castle. No need to worry. There will be no hostilities for that, I assure you.
No offence, my lord, but it does sound rather like a trap. We've heard many tales of people going to Castle Ravenloft and never reappearing again.
When you
Yes,
say whenever you're ready, it implies we need to be ready.
Oh, not right now, of course. I wouldn't dream of rushing you into anything.
Well,
I'm sorry.
no, carry on.
So why us?
He looks at you, and he gives you like a smile, but it's unreadable. You specifically, Omadon. He says, "Well, I brought you here."
And
I brought you all here.
Can we ask why?
To help me find my betrothed, and so far you are doing an excellent job.
Maybe if you'd have told us why you brought us here, it would have been helpful.
Well, there are some things that I can do, there are some things that I cannot.
What can you not do?
Introduce yourself. How rude.
Oh, of course. I thought you already knew who I was. I'm Strad von Zarovich. I am the ancient. I am the land.
What do you mean by that?
He smiles at you, even more. With a silvery smile. And he says, and he just motions to everything, and said, "This is me. I am it, and it is me."
This was here before you, so has it become you?
This is neither the time nor the place to be discussing this. What say you we discuss this over a lovely meal at Castle Ravenloft?
At some point we'll find ourselves there, I would imagine.
Of course. I will send the carriage when you are ready.
How will we notify you when we're ready?
Don't worry about that. And he takes another look at Irina, and she's practically hiding behind Keris, just shaking in terror. And he says, "Well, I guess until next time, dear friends." And he basically waves to his female companions who haven't spoken so far, and they disappear.
With the carriage.
Yep, everything's gone.
Well, that was disconcerting.
Strange.
Still, at least we have a dinner reservation.
Wonder what he'll serve for lunch, brunch, or tea, whatever dinner.
Probably the last adventurers that came there, I'd imagine.
How exciting.
Still, I have a radiant bolt with his name on it.
I have a spear that would like to go through his heart.
Right, well, shall we onwards to Kresk, as it were?
Okay.
Before Felson jumps back on the carriage, he pats Irina on the shoulders to say, like, don't worry.
She looks at you entirely unconvinced.
Oh.
Don't.
On the carriage.
Okay. Back on the carriage we go. One sec. Okay, so you hop back on the wagon, and the two ravens they fly back and turn back into normal humans. Adrian says to you, "What the hell was that about?"
It seems we've caught the Strahd's attention. And
I'll say, did he say he brought you here? How did you get here?
it would seem through various means. Most of us woke up here.
You woke up? You woke up where?
In Barovia. Outside a residency. A house.
House? Was it near Barovia village?
Yes, just on the outskirts.
So you are the fellows that made the Durst mansion disappear.
That's right, that's the name, the Durst Mansion, yes.
Of course it was you.
It's been so long.
Okay, I think we should make haste. I don't really want to see that again.
No, although I don't think he's quite ready to destroy us just yet.
Strahd, that encounter was very unusual. Strahd usually never comes out of his castle, and when he does, it's to feed.
Well, unfortunately someone in the land's about to suffer.
Okay, shall we move on?
Yes.
Are you going to accompany us to Kresk, or is there anything else that you
Well,
to get done?
the tower looked interesting as we passed over here, but I don't really want to go there without knowing more about it.
I mean, if you want to go off, you are more than welcome to, and I can certainly leave word for you at Kresk gates. But if you go there without us, you may have to talk your way in.
I would suggest, given the Kresk people you say are very protective, I think we'd fare better with you maybe vouching for us.
Well, I wouldn't pin my hopes on that, but let's try.
Yes.
Huh.
Unless anyone else cares to go anywhere
No,
else. I don't want
that's
to
a
speak
good
for the whole
idea.
party.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which bit?
Going to
Onward to
Kresk.
Kresk?
Yeah, going to Kresk.
All right. Okay. So, Risk. Right. So, the road branches north and climbs a rocky escarpment, sorry, ending at a gatehouse built into a 20-foot high wall of stone, reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. The wall encloses the settlement on the side of the snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall, you see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin white wisps of smoke. The somber toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting, a welcome change from the deathly silence and oppressive fog to which you have grown accustomed to. It's hard to tell from this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliffs that lead up to the walled settlement from the walled settlement to the abbey. And Shazam! One sec. Yeah, so you arrive at the gatehouse. The air grows colder as you approach the wall settlement. Two square towers with peaked roofs flank a stone archway into which is set a pair of 12-foot tall iron-bound wooden doors. Carved into the arch above the doors is a name, Kresk. The walls that extend from the gatehouse are 20 feet high.
Oh, I lost you. Right.
I don't.
Peter?
I think he's gone.
He's gone.
Yeah.
He's left us.
I've just got a grey screen, is that right?
No, I've got two horses and I'm in a wagon.
Yeah, I tried to drop my token on, but it's going no. But I think it's because the game's paused.
Oh, it's like me, but then I can't do anything because it's paused.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
Easy crushed.
Oh, I think he's just sent something through on the WhatsApp group. His PC crashed.
Oh no.
I've lost connection to the server, yeah.
We're
That's
going to
not
that.
good.
We're going to that dinner to kill him, aren't we?
I would think so, yeah.
You think?
Well, I
Well,
want to.
yeah, I'm feeling like I can't sit around a table with him and not have an attempt at least, you know?
Yeah. Just a
Do you
little
want-
stab.
Yeah, just a little. Definitely. What's the plan here then if they don't let us in? What are we being deceptive? Are we being truthful?
Sneak in,
Sneaking in?
if they don't let us in. Yeah, I reckon.
I don't see why they wouldn't let us in.
Oh,
I mean, we could. if we could push our holy people, as it were, like, oh, here's this lovely cleric and this also lovely paladin.
I think when we go to see Strahd, I think we should scope it out first and maybe set up some.
We send in a carriage for us, though. We'd have to bring some stealthiness.
Yeah, but
Oh,
make
that
a
foundry's
second
gone
return.
down. What, so just the unstealthy of us, i.e. me, could go in the carriage and the rest can, like,
Well,
sneak
no,
behind?
we'll go the first time and maybe set something up and scope the place out, make plans.
You want to go twice?
Yeah, I think so.
Once to scouts, and then the second time for a little bit of stabbing.
Yeah. Well, we could probably get that picture while we're there for...
He'll be expecting us when we're on the carriage. But if we go on our own a second time, he won't be expecting us.
I think he probably will.
Maybe.
The crows.
They're our friends though, aren't they?
The ravens are.
The ravens, not the crows.
We need to find some jackdaws.
Checked us, yeah.
Jacked.
Magpies.
Just a question. Did we got the weapon from the old woman at the Stargate, didn't we?
I got
Yeah,
a
yeah.
hilt, so I'm presuming I'm gonna need to get a blade made of some sort.
Yeah, we should probably have that before we.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least ask someone about it.
Yeah, well, the abbot, I think, might be the person to because we've got a ring. You got that ring, haven't you, still, Felson?
Yeah, still got it. Still safely in the loincloth.
Excellent. Yeah, we've got a few things that we could do with a bit more.
Do barbarians want? I want pockets.
Get in your winter clothes. A jacket with pockets.
I need some light armor.
Anybody hear me?
Yes.
no.
Yep.
Is Foundry back?
No, not yet. One sec.
Alright. You broke it all.
I was telling Dylan before, I was trying to upload some new sounds, and I think I've just made the connection. As soon as I tried to play these new sounds that go with Kresk, it all went tits up.
Oh. There is currently no active gaming session. Please wait for the host. Oh,
Yeah, one sec.
no worries.
I just need to
Press
get in
gate.
and stop that thing from playing before it crashes again.
It's some music that's crashing out. That's a bit
Yeah,
weird.
there's some new stuff there.
Allow me, Peter.
I think that's really helpful.
Thanks.
Right. I need to. Oh my god! I need to open my web pages again. Oh no, they're all open already. So did I hear someone was planning on stabbing someone?
No,
Oh, never. We wouldn't do that.
not us.
No, we're going to burn something down first.
Oh yes, we have to. Yeah, we've got to stay true.
Crikey. All right. Off guards there. Can you see the guards?
I can. Yeah, I can see.
Dudes.
Oh no, they're multiplying.
It's still saying game paused on my screen here, Peter.
Is it?
Is that right?
Yeah, same for me.
There you go. Unpaused.
Yeah.
Stop you a lot of moving.
Yep. Doing a little
Uh,
dance, two-step.
Have you got full visibility here then? Can you see behind the wall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I can't see that well.
Well,
Up
we
to the
can see
top
like
of
the
the map.
fire and stuff and
Yeah, and the
daggers
Yeah,
in a
whatever
tree
that
trunk
is.
or whatever it is.
Oh, right. Well, I
Not
shouldn't have
there.
bothered. I shouldn't have bothered doing walls then. Okay.
Can't see any tokens.
It's all right. Okay, so you are at the gates. What do you do?
Let the wine people talk.
Yeah.
That's why we're here with them.
Oh, the Martikovs. Let me grab the Martikovs.
Yeah, don't forget them, Peter.
We've got Adrian. We've got Davian. Oops. Davian.
Just in case we're going for the superhero effects, can I jump on your horse, Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to say something cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As long as it's
Dylan's
not
on fire.
That's cool.
Felston's electric.
Oh, wow.
Effect.
The horse is blurry. Can't wait to use these.
God, makes me feel like my eyes are gone. That one really messes with me.
Does, doesn't it? Oh, I
I
can't
like
wait to
that
use
one.
this. Sorry, I've completely gone off course here. Okay, so the Marticos kind of hop off the wagon, and the guards seem to recognize them, and they say, Adrian says, "Guys, the wine is here," and all the guards like look at each other and just completely relieved. And one of them kind of whispers something to the other one, and he kind of disappears off. And the guard shouts on and says, "We're just gonna fetch the burgomaster. It's getting a bit crowded here." And Adrian kind of looks at you all and shrugs. And after a few moments, I discover that I don't have a fucking token for the guy. Joking me.
While you're looking, are these ones holding umbrellas? Because they kind of look a bit like they are.
Yep. Right, so he's called. Bear with me. There he is. Nope, no he isn't. Okay, time for a random guy. There we go. So you hear the big iron door like squeak loudly as it's pushed open. You didn't hear any locks unlocking or latches or anything. And out pops a fella, and he says, "Adrian, Davian, and Adrian, who's that with you?" Anyone gonna do anything?
Wait for David and Adrian to answer.
Yeah, he's talking
All
to
right, you
them.
went.
Talking to them, mate.
Okay. Okay. Adrian says, "These are our traveling companions. They helped us bring the wine back to Barovia." And he kind of he looks at you, and he says, "This is Krezk's burgomaster, Dmitry Krezkov. He will hopefully be your host." And he kind of looks back to the burgomaster, and the burgomaster says, he just looks at, he's just staring at all of you. And he says, "Helped you? How did they help you exactly?" And Adrian just kind of gives a really quick explanation of everything that went down with the twig blights and everything. He completely leaves out the fact that you've literally just met Strahd, which should tell you something. And the burgomaster kind of looks resigned to the fact, and he says, "Oh, very well. You might as well come in. Everybody will be happy certainly to see the wine. Just stay near me, please." And he kind of beckons you in. Is everybody going to go in?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody?
I'll leave the horse outside.
So you're just going in, eh?
Just staying with him, yeah.
Okay. Just let me turn this music off. Okay. All right, so it shows you to his cottage. Oh, right. Wrong place. Yeah, so the very first cottage that you come to, which is this big one here behind the gate. He asks you to he just asks you to wait here while he talks to the Martikovs about taking the wine to the town square, or rather the village square, which is literally like just a few bits further up, a few steps further up. As you look around, the mist-shrouded village beyond the wall is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages along dirt roads that stretch between stands of snow-dust pine trees. So many trees, in fact, that they're actually a forest. To the northeast, grey cliffs rise sharply, and the road winding up to the abbey is easy to see from this vantage. Yeah, so the building closest to the outer gate is obviously his cottage. It's only a small, humble cottage. And then it's the largest building here, but it's still modest by most standards that you've seen so far. At the door stands a woman dressed in fine clothes, just like he is. Dimitri is also dressed in fine clothes. And she greets you coldly at the door, and he says, "Anna, these are our guests. Please show them every courtesy, of course." And she just steps aside for you to go in. What do you do?
I'll go in.
He's gonna pile in.
Yeah, as a passer, nice to meet you, Anna.
She nods to you politely, but that's about it.
Yeah, I'll do the same gesture, like a little polite nod as I walk past.
Clever. Okay. So you head into the cottage, and the cottage is. I thought you were gonna go to the tower.
Tempting.
All right. So okay, so you enter the cottage, which is big enough for you all. Around you see quite decent-looking furniture. Nothing seems out of place. There's this young lad at the table, and he's eating, looking quite somber, but he is eating. And Anna says to you, "Don't mind my son. He's a hungry boy," and she looks really pleased with him.
Good.
She says, she looks at you, Marlowe, and she says, "You, sir, you look like you are from noble descent. What brings you? In fact, what brings all of you to Barovia?"
Apparently, we were summoned here.
Summoned? I don't think you were summoned. Nobody's summoned to Barovia. Nobody comes here anymore.
Well, yes, that seems to be the case, but no, apparently we were summoned here. I don't want to mention names for fear of stoking superstition.
Names? I don't understand.
Well, if I mention who may have brought us here, it might upset you or your family.
Upset my family? Why would you upset my family?
Well, every time I've mentioned the name so far, it gets a rather protracted reaction.
It seems to dawn on her what you're talking about, and then she looks kind of mad. She says, "He summoned you here. You? What are you to him? Are you going to cause trouble for us?
No, of course not. No. So far, we've actually helped out most places we've been to.
And Adrian and Davian, who are standing at the door, they say, "Oh, that is true. They've done quite a lot for the area already." And she looks at you and she says, "Valaki, was that you?" Ding.
Yes.
She looks really pleased, and she says, "Good. We hated that burgomaster. He was awful.
That was the
Treated these
impression we
people
got.
so badly."
Yes.
So yes, and it seems that his wife took over. This is good news this is certainly good news for us. Hopefully, our towns might. There might be some connection between us again.
Well, this is good news. Better
Well,
than
I
what I could possibly have ever hoped for.
I can only thank you for this.
Well,
And she says, please, come and sit. And she beckons you over to a table that's already set. But the kids like tucking into your food now.
Sorry to interrupt. May I use your water closet?
It's an outhouse, I'm afraid. There's no second floor here or anything like that, if that's what you're thinking.
All right, yeah, that's fine.
There is an outhouse out back, and she kind of points at the back door.
Yeah, I'm going to go out back and just have a bit of a nosy, but my character literally does need a toilet, so it's...
She says, of course, and shows you to the door. And she, I don't know what's he called, Dimitri, the burgomaster. They start like piling wine in, and he brings a couple of Red Dragon bottles over. Is it Red Dragon? I can't ever remember the names. Brings a couple of Red Dragon bottles over and starts pouring. Over to you. I've done enough talking.
Can you tell us anything about the Abbey?
Pardon?
Can you tell us anything about the Abbey?
The Abbey, of course, but first, may I ask your names?
Of course. My apologies. I am Marlowe Wynn, and I'll let my fellow compatriots introduce themselves.
Keris Hope.
Ziggy just introduces himself simply as Ziggy, and takes his cap off quickly as a.
She looks at you, Ziggy, as you start talking or taking your cap off, and she's initially looking quite horrified. As she sees you.
He says, "Please don't let my appearance startle you. You aren't the first person to recoil at the sight of a goblin."
Goblin? I have only heard about. Are you a goblin?
He says, "I am indeed."
She's looking you up and down, and she's getting up close and looking at your ears, and
Dead intrigued.
she says, "Your skin is so green. I have only read about you in storybooks. I didn't know it was real."
He says, "Yes, indeed. Goblins are in fact real. I am living proof."
She gets a better look at everyone because she's obviously just been kind of in her own world. In fact, both of them, they get a good look at you, and they look over at Felston, and they look like equally amazed. And Dimitri says, "And I'm sorry, but what are you?"
Fork.
You what?
A half orc. Have you never seen one before?
Sorry, out of character, but that cut out halfway. It sounded like you said fork.
It did.
I was like,
Fork.
A We're back to cutlery again.
It says half orc. So you are part orc?
Yes, half human, half orc.
And where are you from? Where is everybody from? I don't understand. And they're obviously struggling with this concept of people from outside Barovia and places outside Barovia existing.
I'm from Wales, if you can't tell by my accent.
Well, I have never heard an accent like you before. In fact, we've never heard any of your accents before.
I just returned from the lavatory.
Are you wearing a hat or anything,
Me?
Ramadan, yeah?
I've got my cloak, so I've got like a hood up.
Okay. Yeah, okay. So she's inquiring about. She looks back at you, Ziggy, and she says, "Please tell me, where do goblins come from?"
He says, well, goblin tribes, of course. He says, but this particular goblin called Luskan is home.
Luskan, is that a place?
Thriving city.
Thriving city. She looks gobsmacked and amazed. And she says, "And you, Felston, can you remember where you're from?" Because I can't.
I am from Pelisjak in Vessa.
That's it. She says those are complicated words. Is it a half orc city or village or what is it?
It's a city with yes, the most people there are half orcs.
Oh, and what do half orcs do?
I imagine the same things the humans do.
Oh, well, do you grow carrots and turnips?
No. I ventured more in goods and transporting goods.
Transporting goods. Interesting. Half orcs transporting goods, and they've obviously never even said these words in this series of words before. And she says, "Oh, forgive me, of course." And she just brings out like more soup, which is just basically like vegetable and potato soup. She says,
Nice.
Forgive our humble meals, but we try to be self-sufficient here, so we get what we can. And with winter beginning to bite, we need to preserve our meats for as long as possible. They are not quite ready yet. And she just starts ladling out these different like soups. And her kid grabs a bowl and she's like, and he goes, "Mother, more." And she just spoons this massive ladleful into this huge bowl that he's got, and it just tucks in again. He hasn't said a word through this whole thing besides more.
Is it quite big?
Huh?
Is it quite big?
No, he's a small teenager.
Anyone else get the impression that they don't eat very often, and that he's very hungry?
I'm getting the impression he's very hungry or very greedy.
Yeah, I'm not sure. There's something funny. Can we maybe observe the boy for a little bit and see if we notice anything peculiar?
He's knocking all his food back.
There's nothing else obvious that's a bit strange about him.
No, not really.
Your child seems to be eating profusely, yet he's quite slim. What's
Yes, he's
all this?
his kids, isn't it? I guess. She says, "Ilya, you're not going to speak to our guests?" And he looks up at you, and he just looks around and he just shrugs and carries on eating. It seems to be it's not like carefree. It seems to be like in quite a dark mood, very somber.
Are you okay, chap? Anything wrong?
Doesn't respond. He's just eating.
Felson's just gonna sit down and go for the soup as well that Anna's ladled out. Yep.
Okay. Anyone else eating?
So there's different soups. What?
You've got carrot soup, you've got potato soup, turnip soup, and some tomato soup.
Yeah, I love the tomato soup.
I'm gonna go for carrot
And there's a big loaf of bread on the
and some
I'll have-
bread. Yeah.
table.
I'll have the potato.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you don't really. It's delicious. It's great for this weather.
Where do you get the tomatoes from to make this soup up here in the north?
We grow them ourselves. She looks very proud of this.
It's quite cold. How do you manage that? It's quite a feat.
Well, winter is only just biting, and we have been we grow and harvest during the other months. But things there's nothing growing at the moment, so we're trying to preserve as much stuff as we can.
Do you not grow any winter veg?
We have some root vegetables. That's mainly what we grow here. Tell me, what kind of foods do you eat where you come from? I assume they are very varied and rich.
Mine are pretty similar to this lot.
She looks kind of disappointed.
Yep. Me too.
Food from where I come from is tends to be more earthly meats, such as worms and insects.
Can I just ask, Dylan, are you talking like through your hood and kind of shoveling soup into the front of your hood?
My hood's lightly over my head.
Okay.
I'll pull my hood back. Go on.
So as you pull your hood back and your tiefling, what's the word for it? Not horns, but
Like tusks and
yeah, your tusks and everything is revealed. She gasps, and she says, "Are you some kind of demon? How did I not notice that you were a demon?"
because I had my hood up.
A demon with a sense of humor. She kind of smiles a bit. She says, "Please, what are you?"
I'm a tiefling. Yeah, I am sure I am part demon, but it's inherited. It's if one parent is a tiefling, the child is full tiefling. So it's inherent, but don't worry about it.
Where does your kind come from? Do you come from some kind of fiery
Yeah,
place?
bit of a magical realm, full of dragons. There's friendly dragons, evil dragons.
Dragons. And they look at each other, and they say, "You mean like Argenvost?"
I don't know that name. Who's
Let's have an insight check.
oh,
Can't
From
remember.
everyone or from just
Just from
Omadon?
Omadon. Yeah, you remember who Argenvost was from when you were reading the Strahd book. It was the Silver Dragon and the Order of the Silver Dragon.
yeah, just like Argenvost. But there's more dragons than cows where I come from.
More dragons than cows. Wow, that's incredible. And the kid doesn't even flinch at this. It just carries on. I mean, normally kids would be like, "What? Dragons? Demons?" He's just knocking back his food.
Can I just ask maybe if they know if they've heard anything of the dragon of recent, as in the last, I don't know, 100 years or so?
No. The dragon existed 1,000 years ago before the devil vanquished him.
That's
Rumor has it that he keeps the dragon's skull in Castle Ravenloft.
Oh, okay.
Well, we may see that while we're there.
What? Sorry, what did you say?
So we may see the dragon skull while we're there.
She laughs at you incredulously, and she's like, "While you were there, we're Castle Ravenloft."
Yes, we've been invited for dinner.
The mood changes instantly when you say this.
I thought it might.
They look at each other and they say, "Why would the devil invite you to dinner? Are you his friends?" And they start to look quite guarded.
No,
Absolutely not.
definitely not.
She looks completely confused. They both do.
We have
think-
something.
The kid's
that-
just eating.
Sorry,
sorry?
did you?
We have something he wants. We've got what's her face. Even though she's not a
Oh, shit.
belonging.
I'm coughing. I think he's interested in us because we have we consecrated the ground at the tree, the evil tree. We sorted it out. Nothing else is going on.
You consecrated the ground at the Goltheus tree.
If that, I don't want to agree because I can't remember what it's called, but yeah, some evil tree.
Yeah, it was.
Yep, I agree then.
She doesn't particularly care about the tree. She says, and that's why. Are you going to go? Are you mad?
Well, where? Mad where?
Well, to the dinner with the devil. I mean, you know it's a trap, right? It's got to be.
It does. I think we're considering it. We've not decided.
Okay, she kind of eases a bit on that. She says, "Oh, so what do you think of my food?"
Delicious.
Good. And she takes a couple of mouthfuls as well. So everybody's tucking in. And Dimitri says, "You are welcome to stay here in our cottage for your stay. But I would just like to say, please, don't stay more than a week."
Why is that?
It's, well, people here, they don't like outsiders, and even a week might be pushing it. Just try not to talk to too many people here, and yeah, we are very paranoid, and please do not mention the devil.
Thank you for your advice.
Whatever it takes to make this as smooth as possible.
One more thing. What's your son's name?
My son's name is Ilya.
And what does he do when he's not eating?
He's a growing boy, so he's done nothing but eat since he came back to us.
Came back from where?
He looks somber now, and she and his wife does as well, even more. And they look at each other and they kind of shrug and they say, "Well, our boy, he died a month ago, and the abbot brought him back to life. And ever since he came back to life, he has been eating quite a lot."
What do you know of the abbot?
The abbot, he's been here a very long time. He's a very good man. and if a little bit eccentric, and he can apparently bring people back to life.
How did
What
your son
happened?
die?
Yeah.
So many questions.
That was the same one, I think.
What was it?
It was how did he die? What happened?
He fell ill. Our poor boy fell ill, and he was our last one.
What did he fall ill with?
We do not know. Well, you'll have to ask the abbot.
Does he allow guests or visitors, or is he?
I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure he'll be glad just to have new visitors. We don't get many people through those gates.
Okay. Good to know.
So it's probably about midday now. So this is your lunch. What do you wish to do?
Felson says to the party, "Do you want to go and see the abbot?"
Yeah, I think that's a good
I think it's probably best, yes.
plan.
Okay.
After I've gone to the toilet.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a little break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Who's not got toilet?
Me. I'm saving it for a more inopportune moment.
I don't want to go because I've had a couple of drinks and I don't want to start that habit off.
Break the seal.
That's it, mate. That's it. Mick been in touch with you, Pete?
Yeah, he sent me a message earlier today asking about Foundry.
Well, he rang. Well, he asked if he could ring me the other day, and I said, to be honest, Pete is your man when it comes to the Foundry.
All right. Yeah, he said that he's on about moving his group over to Foundry.
Yeah, he's really not happy with Roll20, I don't think.
Yeah, it is a bag of shit. Especially.
On Foundry, though, I think that's the problem. Is stuff for Roll20 so easy to find and access,
Yeah.
and there's video tutorials and everything. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean it's the same for Foundry, but yeah,
I feel like Foundry's on the way up. We mentioned this the other day actually. There, I said I feel like Foundry's really on the way up to a point where it'll compete with Fantasy Grounds and Roll20, but maybe not quite there yet. But it will be soon, I think.
Yeah, I mean it's still in beta technically, and it's just 2 or 3 guys working on it. But I would say, I mean, I did have a play around with Fantasy Grounds, and it's too cumbersome.
Yeah, I've got Fantasy Grounds, and I think again it's one of those where I think once you get used to it, it's probably all right, but like it's quite
It does look dated, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely. I know what you mean. The whole interface reminds me of something out of the 90s.
Exactly, that's
Yeah.
exactly what I thought.
Like playing Heroes of Might and Magic in the 90s. I feel like I just lifted that interface. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly that. And yeah, it just when that kind of stuff happens, it just it's like it's
Wait
your
for the
front.
new one. They're releasing a new one, aren't they? Very soon.
Are they?
I can't remember what it's called. It's like Fantasy Grounds something. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, is that the subscription one?
I think so.
It's a subscription one, yeah.
It makes sense because so who getting the software as a service, right? Because that's
I mean, when you go on Steam and you try and buy it, it's like 200 quid with everything in. Whereas I can just get Foundry and pirate everything.
Or you can just get. To be fair, you can just get Fantasy Grounds and pirate everything, so it
That's
makes
true.
no difference.
No, it doesn't.
Six
just-
and 2 threes, really.
Foundry makes it a lot easier to pirate it.
Does it? Is it really simple?
Yeah, it uses a module that it's actually not allowed on their official. That's the hardest bit, is getting the plutonium module, and it's made by the 5E Tools website,
Oh, right, yeah.
where it basically has everything. I think they released Rime of the Frost Maiden about 6 hours
Oh.
after it was officially released.
Don't.
You
'cause
can
I'm
you
just
can
there, like,
literally just click a button and it goes bang. Here you go. You've got Rime of the Frost Maiden now, and all the tokens and the maps and everything.
That's basically what you do with Fantasy Grounds. It's open this folder and just drag these files into it. Bang there. Once.
Yeah. I think at some point they're gonna start clamping down on it, but I'm just.
I think early days it's hard, isn't it? You can't. You've got to be great. I say you've got to be. You don't have to be, but when it's just 3 of you doing it, and it's still.
Lost you.
Lost
He's
you.
gone.
I'm back, by the way.
Still kind of making a name for itself.
We lost you there, Craig.
Yeah. Just started making a name for itself. I've got again.
Lost you again.
You just got to take the
Take the bar.
revenue you can get.
I think everybody's internet's crapping out tonight.
And
Is
there's
that Craig?
Oh, there we are.
Can you hear us?
And I couldn't for a bit. I was like, what's happened there?
Well, we couldn't hear you either.
Yeah, that was bizarre. And then the
Is everybody
game went
back?
off. Oh, it must be
Alright.
broke.
Okay.
I've been kicked out of Kresk.
You've been kicked out of Kresk. What do you mean?
I'm just refreshing the page. I just looked on it. It said error. Can't find it. I was like,
What? Don't say that.
oh no, I'm there. I found myself. I live.
Oh no, what's happened?
What's happened?
I don't know, it dropped out.
Yeah, it
I
did
think
to me. I'm back.
same.
If you just refresh the page, it should let you back in. That's
All
what
right,
it did
yeah,
to me.
yeah.
I'm regretting upgrading. I was telling myself, don't do it. Don't do it. I did it. Because it's new and shiny, and it broke everything now.
Mirror. Who are you now?
Oh. What have you been rolling, Ramadan?
We've been rolling.
That was me insight for
All right.
Dragon.
Oh, right.
Okay. All right. What do we do?
We're going to
Good
see
question.
the Abbot.
Oh, I want it. Is Irina with us, or did we?
Yeah, she's with you.
Oh, right. Yeah.
We were originally supposed to leave her here, weren't we?
Well, we're supposed to take her to the abbot, from what
Yeah.
the quest log says.
Should we take her or should we leave her?
Let's take her with.
Okay. All right. So, I guess you announced that you want to go see the abbot. So the Kreskovs, they say that they kind of point up the hill, and they say you'll find the abbey up there. Just careful of the inhabitants. They're a bit different.
How so?
You'll see.
Brilliant.
Not coy comments. Just tell us what's going.
So, yeah, you all leave, and she kind of closes the door, and that's the end of that. So, the winding road, the switchback road that hugs the cliff, is 10 feet wide and covered with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock. The ascent is slow and somewhat treacherous as the air grows colder as one nears the top. Are you all still wearing just like basically your summer clothes?
I think we are.
Yeah, feeling a bit chilly.
Yeah. It's getting quite cold, so it's something you want to be thinking about.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any sort of retail establishments in this town, is there?
Should we ask?
As we're
There's an
walking
armour,
past.
eh?
I mean, as a Luskan trader, Ziggy has a little bit of fur, but not like cloaks and full outfit.
Right.
Well, I've got a cloak on, though.
Yeah, I've got a cloak.
Yeah.
Oh
so-
yeah, he wears a cloak, but the fur he has is more of a symbol than an actual, full on fur that would keep you.
Tickled.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, you're okay for now, but it's just something that you want to be probably thinking about.
We are.
I am quite old.
And you are quite old and frail, that's true.
Yeah, I can feel it on my
Checkered
knees.
blankets to go over your knees.
Yeah.
You've got one of those boots that's like just one big slipper you put both feet in.
I can do it
sounds
sack race
great.
up the hill.
Okay, let me.
You should have brought your horse in, Dylan. You could have sat on that. That would have kept you toasty.
Would, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Good idea.
One sec, I'm just going to try and sort this map out.
I'd remove subcategories that just popped up.
You what?
Cancel it.
Activate. Right, so is everybody going to begin the slow ascent?
Hmm.
It looks like quite a formidable hill. Are you heading
Okay.
up?
Yeah. I take it these are like slopey bits, yeah?
It's about 400 feet, you reckon, to the top of this hill.
Really?
I'm going to call my horse to take me up. It can fit me,
Getting about that goddamn horse.
keep me warm and it'll take me up. Can fit
All
2
right.
people on it. If anyone's
Who are you
interested.
going to take?
Anyone who wants to help on.
I mean, I can fit on
I've got
shoulders.
You can fit on whose shoulders?
Felton's shoulders. You know. Operation Green Battle Station.
Okay, so you're just going to leave Irina and somebody else behind then?
yeah, I'll walk with Arena.
Okay. All right, so you begin the slow ascent. It takes a good maybe hour. Just hold it there. I'll just drag you up.
Thank you.
Skip forward.
We say it's about 1:30 now.
Yeah, it's getting to afternoon. I'm just saying it to keep track of time so I don't lose myself. Yoink. Yoink. Flying. Okay. So if you look on the top left side of the map,
It's all black.
It's all
Yeah.
black.
is it?
Right over, it's not.
It's loaded in now.
I think you have to. Okay. Right. So you approach the gate. The road from the village climbs above the mist to the wide ledge on which the abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and the rocky earth. The gravel road passes between 2 small stone buildings to either side of which stretches a 5-foot high, 3-foot thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its 2 wings are joined by a 15-foot high curtain wall. The belfry protrudes from the rooftop of the closer north wing, which also sports a chimney billowing grey smoke. Let me. It appears I haven't done walls here. I don't know why. Bear with me 1 second. That's why I haven't done walls, because not locked. Sec, it's coming. It's coming. Okay. What do you do? Are you heading
Sorry.
through the gates?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not going first though.
Is somebody going to push the gates open?
Yeah, I will do.
We can't move. It's paused. So
Oh,
Oh,
sorry,
yeah.
sorry. There we go. Okay, so as you push on the gate, you hear a loud, almost deafening squeal, and two. Oh my God! Here we go. Hold on. Two things come. Right, so from the tower, you spot coming running out two people, but not quite. Yeah, you see two very interesting looking individuals. I don't know how else to put this. They look weird. They say bear with me.
why do they look weird? What looks weird about?
Yeah.
Right, so one of them is squatting. He can't stand up properly. And the other one, who appears to might be female, not entirely sure. They stand in your way. And one of them says, "Who are you? What do you want?"
We've come to see the abbot. But while I'm asking this question, I'm wondering why one appears to be female and the other one's squatting,
Okay.
and I would like to have a closer examination.
I'm just trying to find. Okay, so yeah, so the one of them, the one in front of you, Keris, he's about 4'9", 4'9", and he squats instead of standing upright. Okay, here we go. He looks like a beardless dwarf with patches of donkey flesh covering his face and body. He has one human ear and one wolf's ear, and a protruding wolf snout and fangs. His arms and hands are human, but his legs and feet are leonine, which is like lionesque. He has a donkey's tail. He can barely speak your language, and as he speaks, he almost brays like a donkey, and he wears a plain wool cloak.
That's a super combination.
It's an abomination.
The other one, who hasn't said anything yet, he or she is about the same, slightly shorter, 4'7" maybe. The left side of their face and body is covered with lizard scales. The right side is tufts of grey wolf fur. Between these tufts is pale human skin. One of her eyes is that of a feline, and her fingers and hands resemble cat's paws with opposable thumbs. She has a grey cloak with black fur trim.
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna say to him, we're here to see the abbot, but I'm gonna turn around and look at Marlo and be like, have you seen anything like this before?
No.
With quite wide eyes, wouldn't you know?
Potentially the boy I resurrected that had
Yep.
issues.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He says, you're here to see Abbott. Abbott probably busy, but if you wait, I go get Abbott.
Thank you.
Wait here.
Kind
You
sir.
wait here. And he points at you individually. Wait here. Yes, you wait. And he kind of runs off into the abbey.
Okay.
And the other one's kind of just stood there looking really awkward. And you get the feeling they were meant to be guarding this place, but she looks like she's probably just woken up, or maybe that's just the way she looks.
Can we try and speak to her and say hello?
What do you want?
Yeah, hello. How are you?
She says, she just grunts. She goes, ugh.
I've still got that statue thing, haven't I? From the deer statue.
Yep.
I'm gonna bite down on the top of the deer statue.
Right. So this person sees you like say hello, and then you pull a deer out of your satchel and
Yeah.
put it in your mouth, and she's looking at you like entirely. You've never seen a more accurate look of confusion than you see on her face.
Yeah.
And she says, what do you do? What do you do? What's that?
Can everyone else understand her?
Yeah, she's speaking common.
Oh, right, okay. I'm gonna pop it back in my pocket and just say when I get nervous, I just have a nibble.
She looks at you entirely, thoroughly confused.
Yeah, bless, poor girl. What? While we're killing some time, what's your name?
Me, Zigfrek Bellevue. And you?
Keris.
What is
Keris
you?
Hawk. I am a human paladin. What are you?
I'm a person. Who are friends? And she kind of walks right up to Felston. Bearing in mind, this Zigfrek stinks really badly. Like, think of dog trapped in house for a week type smell. And she says, "You what you big teeth? Why big teeth?"
I'm a half orc, and to bite.
You have fork? What? What are you?
Half orc.
Half orc. What is orc?
Big green thing.
Big green thing. So you are half of something. You are half of something like Zigfrek.
Yes.
As she looks like she's. It looks like you've just made a new friend. Let's be honest.
Joy.
She says, "You half orc, half what? What other half? Is it half lizard, half wolf? What? You have no
Human.
fur. Half human." And she looks at the other two. She looks at Marlowe and Keris. And she's like, "You half." She doesn't believe you. You're not half human. You joke with Zigfrek.
Half.
As this conversation is going on, the other guy comes back, and he says, "Abbott, see you. You come with us. Abbott, see you."
Okay.
All right. You following him?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess so.
All right. So,
Are we free to move or not?
Oh, it says game.
Well,
No.
but yeah,
Yep.
no.
I'm about to read. So down here, actually, I'll just bring you all in.
I can't see anything down there. I can only see up to here.
Really?
Yeah.
Just click away and click back. Oh, you need to press escape every time. Are you bringing your flaming horse in, Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah, if game's unpaused,
Okay.
I'll leave them at the gates. I was just going to.
Yeah. The mongrel, these two fine fellows, they eye up this flaming horse, and he says, "You leave this thing here. You leave Strahd horse here."
Yes, what I was doing.
Right, so here you see stunted pine trees growing out of the rocky earth of the graveyard near the foundation of the Abbey's north wing. The windows of the structure are cracked panes of leaded glass. Ancient gravestones burst from a thin crust of snow in the yard. Beyond the low wall surrounds the graveyard. The ground falls away. The village lies 400 feet below, and the view is breathtaking, which you can't see from here because you're not on the wall. Apologies for that. Unpaused. So he leads you over to the gate, and Zigfrek says to Felston, "Bye-bye."
Bye. Belson just shuffles along like, okay, new friend.
As you approach the gate, you see.
Take a look in the windows as he walks past as well.
Yeah. So Ziggy, where you are now, I'm assuming you're doing it subtly.
Yeah. Like I'm just kind of casually walking off the path a bit, but closer to the window, so I can try and get as much of a look in as possible.
Okay. You think you can almost hear music coming from somewhere inside. Single-stringed instrument music from somewhere. You see a large 50-foot square room with arched leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits on an iron rack above a fire in the hearth, while above the fireplace mantle hangs a golden disc engraved with a symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs to the upper level, while on the other corner, a stone staircase descends into darkness. As you arrive at the gate behind this strapping young fellow, let me find my thing. 15-foot high curtain wall joins the abbey's two wings. Between the battlements, two guards stand at attention. Features obscured by fog. Below them, set into the wall, is a pair of 10-foot tall wooden doors reinforced with bands of steel. To the right of these doors, mounted on the wall, is a tarnished copper plaque.
That's here, yeah.
Yeah.
As I'm walking past, I'm obviously having a look around as well at the windows and just noticing like something up this way.
What way, sorry?
Where I pointed up through one of the windows. I'm not sure what it is, but I've noticed something in the window there.
Okay. From this distance, you can't quite see what it is, but it's obviously someone. It's a person.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. So this lovely young chap leads you into the courtyard, and a thick fog that fills this courtyard swills as if eager to escape. The courtyard is surrounded by a 15-foot curtain wall on which stand several guards with their backs to you. Or so it seemed at first. It's clear now that these guards are merely scarecrows. The wooden doors to the north and east lead to the abbey's two wings. In the center of the courtyard is a stone well fitted with an iron winch, to which a rope and bucket are attached. Along the perimeter, tucked under the overhanging wall, are several stone sheds with padlocked wooden doors, as well as 3 shallow alcoves that contain wooden troughs. 2 wooden posts pounded into the rocky earth have iron rings bolted to them, and chained to one of them is a short humanoid with bat wings and spider mandibles. The quiet is shattered by horrible screams coming from the sheds.
These are sheds here, yeah.
The sheds are over here, yes, and then the thing is here.
Yeah.
What's that half wolf guy's name again?
Nobody's bothered to ask. Nobody ever asks Otto's name. Nobody cares Otto's name.
Otto.
How did you know my name?
I know quite a lot. What
You're not
colour
as
shoe-
you
what
know
colour shoes
you
do
know smart as me though. I am smartest person I know.
I'll prove to you. What colour shoes are you wearing?
They are grey.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. I bet they are grey.
What? How do you know these things?
Well, what's that chained up to that post over there?
Oh, that is Mishka. You leave Mishka. You need to go see the abbot. Abbot wait for you.
Okay.
And he points to the door over here, where Ziggy was having a nosy before. What would everybody like to do?
I'm not sure.
Otto doesn't look that bothered, if I'm honest.
Otto, there's a lot of doors. What's behind all these other doors?
Those are naughty people. Naughty people.
Is this like a prison?
What is prison? I do not know prison.
Where they lock up naughty people for a long time.
In that case, yes, this is definitely a prison.
Well, thank you, Otto.
Why are they naughty? What have they done?
They no good. They no good to Abbott.
Why?
Hey, I don't know. You ask Abbott. Sorry, I broke out into a bit of Chinese there.
Oh, flying lag. Okay.
Shall we go and see this abbot?
Yes.
He says you don't want to see Abbott. You want to go talk to. Oh no, it's not Mishka. It's Marzena. You go talk to Marzena. I don't. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, better go see him.
Are you heading inside or?
I don't know. What's everyone else want to do? I'm a
Yeah.
bit. I'm feeling uncomfortable with these.
I'm of the opinion we probably best not spend too long here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go in. Let's go and speak to the abbot then.
Hey, Abbott.
Thank
Okay.
you, Otto, for your assistance.
Hey,
And he just grunts and just walks off. Let me put him back. Okay. So you. And is everybody going in?
Yep.
Yeah.
I just need to pause every so often so you don't run ahead because there's a few stairs that lead all over the place and you'll just end up disappearing.
Surprises.
No, it's just the stairs that lead to other places and you'll be all over the place.
Yeah, P, alright.
So, no, honest.
What's this, Sophia?
It's not blinky, it's not fun.
So it's no Blinsky, it's no fun. Aside from what I described to Ziggy before, when he had a peek through the window, several chairs surround a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table, standing behind which is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. Oh, I forgot to show you the picture of the abbey. Wait. I need to show you this.
In case you get spooked by it.
Right, so a village of Kresk. I didn't show you that either. Sorry, I'm really.
So we were supposed to go to the tower, Peter.
Well, yeah, no.
We should have picked up on your subtle hint.
That's Kresk. Can everybody see it?
Yeah.
Nope.
What? No.
There it is. Oh, yes.
Where did you get that up?
I just.
It just comes up.
Right there, sorry.
You see it?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Oh well.
You sit on the stream, Dylan.
All right, and can you see the Abbey of Saint Markovia now, ish?
No.
Yes.
yes, I can.
Oh, yeah.
I think I rolled a 1 for perception here.
Dylan. Can you really not see it?
I like that.
It's making
No.
me feel cold.
Definitely has a vibe, doesn't it? Looking at it, you're like, oh, bit chilly.
Bit of a
Okay.
shiver.
So, standing behind the table is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. Her auburn hair is neatly bundled so as not to touch her soft shoulders. She seems lost in her own thoughts. Next to her, a handsome young man in a brown monk's robe gently takes the woman by her hand, a painted wooden holy symbol that depicts. It depicts. It's like a shield with lightning bolts coming out. And Marlo, you instantly recognize Hord's symbol.
Oh.
Your god, Cord.
Piqued my interest.
And it hangs from a chain around his neck, and he moves with the grace of a saint.
Cough, sort of.
He turns to you, and he says, "Welcome."
Good
And
day,
he carries
sir.
on. He carries on, like fussing over this woman. And he says, he looks back at you and says, "Yes."
I assume you're the abbot of this abbey?
I am.
I can't help but notice your holy symbol doesn't seem to represent the Morning Lord.
Indeed.
Are you from these
Repre-
parts?
I am not, sir. Was there something that you wanted?
There's
I'm not raising dead today. I'm far too busy.
No. I myself have managed to raise a child from the grave recently. He was it's hard to say. He arose and kind of morphed into part wolf, and I was told to come and speak to you. Perhaps maybe you could tell me where I've gone wrong, and perhaps teach me ways to counteract this spell.
When you said that you raised someone from the dead, he paused for a moment, and then sorry. He paused for a moment, and then he kind of carried on what he was doing. And as you finished your explanation, he says, "You did nothing wrong. It's just your nature, I suppose."
What do you mean?
Oh, you know. And it motions to all of you, and it says, "You know." And he carries on talking, like whispering to this woman.
I've revived people from the dead before, and I've never had such things occur.
He stops at that, and he looks at you, and he says, I probably not. You are probably mistaken."
Mistaken in what?
Something will have gone wrong.
No. I believe the Lady Huachta's husband was. I raised him from the dead, and he was fine.
Nikolai, yes. What a strange situation. She left him far too long. There was no way that he would be raised without some kind of defect.
But there was none.
Maybe you just didn't look hard enough.
Perhaps.
So, what brings you to the Abbey?
We're on a quest to help this lady. And a gesture towards Irina. And we were told that you might be able to assist us.
He looks over as you point to Irina, and he suddenly stands and looks visibly excited. And he comes over and he starts inspecting her, much like someone would inspect a mule they've just bought. And he says, "Oh, exquisite! My little creature, would you mind if could? Can you give me your face?" And she kind of looks at him, mouth agape, and she's like, "Excuse me?" And he says, "Your face. Can I? I'll replace it with a different face if you're attached to it. I don't see why anybody would need the face, but can I have your face?"
That's
She-
the point. Sorry.
She's visibly shocked, and she takes a step back.
I stand between them.
Yeah, Felston moves right in front of the abbot.
Okay. What's all that? I can't hear what all that scratching.
Sorry.
He tries to look over everyone and look at her, look at Irina, and he says, "But it's too perfect. I must have it."
You will not have it. Stand down.
He looks at the rest of you, kind of amused, and he says, Of course. Where are my manners? I am the abbot."
Yes, you've been here some time, I understand.
He's obviously counting in his head, and he says, "Yes, probably a long time."
Can I ask where you got that symbol of cord from?
He holds the symbol and he says, "Cord, he is my god."
Can I hold out my holy symbol? Mine too.
Look, he grabs it and he looks at it up close, and he looks at you and he says, "You believe in Cord?
I do.
Fascinating."
Yes, I was called
And
upon
you-
in my youth.
Bear with me a sec. I think it's getting on everybody. I think the snow's getting on everybody's nerves, so I'm just gonna reload that without the snow.
It stopped snowing.
Is everybody back in the room?
Yeah.
Yep.
Got it.
No, 90%. Stuck.
Yeah, mine's 90.
I'll just refresh.
Refreshed.
Tell you what is bugging me is your active effects. Concentrating. Holy shield. Right. Okay. So yeah, he looks at you and he says, "So you follow Cord's teachings?"
I have done for many years now.
But how? How do you? How?
I come from a different realm. Bless you.
Yeah.
Obviously, you come from a different realm. The Barovians don't look like you or you. And he points at Keris, and then he points at Felston and Ziggy and Omadon. Is like, "Oh, them."
Rude.
But how? How do you have? And it kind of is. It's as if he's staring at your brain, and he says, "How do you have the? Where do you find the capacity to believe in anything?"
I was a young man. Well, child almost. And I felt his touch.
You did? Cord spoke to you?
Not directly, but I felt his influence on my actions. I had a rather, well, I don't want to talk about my past, but yes, I sought out sanctuary amongst the holy temples of our land, and Cord struck a chord, as you will.
That completely went over his head. It just didn't. That joke didn't even glance, never mind land.
'Cause it was a one-string instrument that you had. You don't do chords.
Ta-da!
He kind of shrugs like I don't. It's as if he's trying to talk to puppies. That's the feeling that you get.
What brings you to this realm?
I am like you. I'm stuck here,
Were you summoned?
summoned. Not quite.
Why are you here? Are you here on accords following? On orders?
I'm here to help Barovia
How?
by ridding it of Strahd, obviously.
And how's that gone for you so far?
I'm working on it, and he kind of scratches the back of his head. Yeah.
Felston's not buying any of this. Can I just look at him and see anything from his body language, his face, or?
Roll insight.
Oh, this is gonna go wonderfully. Oh, that didn't go through, did it?
Nope.
Oh, alright.
Oh, sorry, it's paused. That's why.
Oh, right. Okay,
Try again.
oh, damn it. I got
Okay.
a 19. I got a 19.
Okay, 19. You don't see anything in his face that would say that he is lying to you.
I get
Oh.
the feeling whatever he's doing, he believes he's doing the right thing. You know what I mean?
Ah, yeah.
Because if he believes it, then he's not gonna, you're not gonna get any inkling that he's lying whatsoever. And
No, it's justifiable, isn't it?
yeah, I think he thinks he's doing the right thing, but he's maybe not making much progress or doing something really weird from what we've seen.
Mm.
I've got a couple of questions for you. A young boy called Ilya.
Oh, yes, the Kreskov boy. That was unfortunate. That was not good.
What happened?
The boy, he died of something, I don't know what, and they kept him for a month before they asked me to, well, raise him from the dead. And I told them it was too long. I told them it wouldn't be right. Why? What have you seen?
Why wouldn't it be right?
As your it kind of smiles when it says it. It says, as your cleric here would tell you, raising the dead is tricky business.
So how would you suspect he died?
He died of I don't know. I don't know. He died of an illness of some kind.
So like a plague of some sort?
I don't know. I do not know. So I raised him from the dead. His father begged me, and his mother begged me continually, and eventually I caved against my better judgment and brought him back to life. And he seemed okay when he left. Is he not okay?
He seems okay, if not a bit hungry. But,
As soon as you say hungry, he says to you, "How hungry?"
he does not stop eating. He will not talk. He just eats.
What
From what I saw.
What is he eating? What did you see him eat?
Everything.
Carrot soup.
Vegetables. Yeah.
Carrot soup. He relaxes a little bit and he looks at you incredulously and he's like, "Are you here to? You're not wasting my time, are you? Carrot soup."
Yeah, but profusely. Everything put in front of him. It could be vegetable, meat. I get the inkling he would devour a cow or a field of wheat.
He thinks for a moment, and he says, "This, I'm not entirely sure. Carrot soup. I mean, it could be trouble."
A carrot soup could be trouble.
He says, "No, no, no. The eating. Just you must watch him. It could get worse."
In what way would maybe? Are you thinking along the lines of meat eating?
He when as your cleric will tell you that when you raise someone from the dead, you call upon powers that you are certain that you understand, but in Barovia things are different. You are calling upon powers that, well, I don't understand, and I doubt anybody understands. So the boy may be corrupted. I would not put cannibalism past him. Just please be careful with him.
Oh, thank you. And one more thing. Your courtyard seems to be surrounded by plenty of doors. Spoke to one of your employees, and he likened it to that of a prison. What kind of creatures and people do you hold behind these doors in your courtyard?
Which employees? I mean Otto.
No, I'm not naming any names. Not Otto. No.
Otto doesn't know what a prison is. He's stupid.
So,
They all are.
So what is behind the doors in your courtyard?
They're well, failed experiments, I suppose.
In what way are they failed?
They didn't quite turn out how I hoped they would. But it's they agreed to the changes, and I made the changes, and when they didn't work out, they wanted me to reverse it, and it's, well, as I said to them before, it's not reversible.
So you've locked them up?
He's still staring at your horns, and he says, "Can I have your horns? I will replace them with something much better. Promise."
If you touch my horns, you may need to replace something else.
What do I need to replace?
Maybe a part of you.
Part of me? I can't give you a part of me. I need the parts of me.
Same goes for me.
He doesn't get humor or humorous threats.
All right.
Doesn't get it.
Maybe you'd like to show us some of your failed experiments. Maybe like one at a time, though. Don't let everything out.
I do not have time for that. And as he's talking, he's eyeing up Felston, who's standing right in front of him. And he says, "You half-orc, your skin. It's. Can I have your skin? At least, just a little bit."
No.
But I can improve you. I can make you better.
If you touch me, I will bite your face off.
Fair enough. So, you want to?
He doesn't trust the abbot either. So if he lays a finger on anybody, Ziggy's a little bit. He's getting really skeptical at this point. It's all a bit weird, isn't it? Doesn't quite stack
Yeah.
in Ziggy's mind.
Yeah.
Oh, Keris is on tipping point. She's almost ready to.
With Felston's 19 insight, you don't see. There's not a shred of a lie on his face.
He might not
It's not
think.
what-
He might truly believe what he's telling us. That's what
Yeah.
frightens me. He clearly is that fanatical that he believes what he's doing is the right thing, and it just clearly isn't. He's creating these weird abominations. It's not right.
No.
That's the word I'm looking for. Thanks, Ziggy.
It's like, do the mad know they're mad?
It's like the island of Dr. Moreau.
Right on me,
Oh
Phil.
yeah.
You say all these people were, or things were willing to go through with your experiments. You seem to be pushing the issue a lot with everybody you see. What?
As you're talking, you hear the woman at the back of the room she's facing the fireplace, and she starts saying, mm, 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 mm. And she's getting like she's starting to shake, and the abbot he goes over to her and he says, Vasilka, Vasilka, calm, Vasilka, and she kind of stops, and he says, this might all be a little bit too much for poor little Vasilka here.
Your latest creation.
What do you mean by creation? I didn't create her.
She doesn't look natural.
Modify.
What was that? Sorry.
Modify.
What?
Modify. Have you modified her?
Modify. Interesting word. He's just stood there pondering your word.
Have you changed her?
You would have to define her.
Can't be joking me.
Did you improve her?
Improve, yes. And as Keris gets closer to get a closer look at her,
I stand on the table.
you climb onto the table, and the abbot kind of just watches you like, what are you doing? As you get closer, Keris, you can see her skin. I mean, from a distance, it looks perfect. It looks exquisite. But as you get close, it looks like it's well powdered, and she very definitely has seams running around her skin, like patches.
Ziggy's getting really edgy as Keris.
She turns around to face you, and she doesn't have a face.
So she doesn't have a mouth or anything?
No.
How she made that noise?
Well, who knows?
Okay, right. I'm gonna pull my sword out and put it against his neck. That's what I'm doing.
He just smiles. And he says, what are you doing?
What the heck is going on here?
I am preparing Strahd's next bride. What are you doing? It doesn't motion to defend himself or put his hands up or anything.
This lady's supposed to be Strahd's next bride.
Well, yes, of course. I am preparing her for Strahd.
I thought you were here to destroy Strahd.
I never said I'm here to destroy Strahd.
How many brides have you prepared for Strahd?
A few, and he disapproved of all of them. Unfortunately, and he looks kind of sad about that.
He seems to be hanging around with three in particular when I described them to him. Are these your makings?
No, they are... How did you say before? Modifications. Ziggy, from where... So you said you were getting a bit nervous about this,
Yeah,
and
Ziggy's one hand on a dagger at this point. Like
you're totally on edge. So your senses are like overtime. So if you give me a perception check. Is everybody okay? Is somebody fallen over?
No, it's me. I'm sorry.
I'm going to shut this door and stand by it.
24.
24. This guy is not giving off evil vibes, but he is. how do I put
Well,
this?
Ziggy's more edgy for Keris's sake. He doesn't want him getting any piece or part of Keris for these
Is-
weird experiments that he's doing.
He's not making any moves.
Yeah.
But you get a very strong feeling from this guy. He's very 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 different from people that you've met before, and you don't even with the 24, you don't know why. You've never come across this kind of persona before.
Can I cast Divine Sense if that'll give me anything?
Yeah. What's your divine sense do?
The order and heavenly music. I presume it's not heavenly music I can hear here at all. Nice smells.
So you cast your divine sense, and as you do it, he smiles at you. He very very much knows that you've cast it, and he says, "You like music?" And you can hear the most heavenly music you've ever heard. In fact, of all the times that you've used this ability that you have, you've never actually heard. You've only smelt the bad stuff.
Yeah, I agree. I can hear some nice music.
This music is beautiful. Oh shit!
Can Ziggy ask a question?
Just one more thing. This, Keris, is a celestial.
He's got a celestial somewhere.
Are you saying this is Keris?
No. Yeah. I'm announcing to the group. He's got a celestial somewhere.
Well, you first of all you look really surprised. First of all, with yourself that you've heard this music, and you just look at him like really deep, and you just say, "Celestial," and he looks at you and he smiles like a very warm smile.
It's not right.
Pete, I'm going to cast silence.
You what?
I'm going to cast silence.
Okay. What does silence do?
Hang on, let me
Is it an
check.
offensive spell?
No, I don't think so.
No sound created pass through the 30-foot sphere centered in a point you choose within range. Any creature or object entirely inside the sphere immune to thunder damage. Okay.
So I'm going
Where are
to
you casting that?
I'm going to cast it here. So
Okay.
Ziggy literally is about to say, like, let's all calm down a little bit, and then just nothing comes out. You know?
All right, go on.
Oh.
So you've cast silence, and he looks at you, like, questioningly.
Am I in the silence bit or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, we will be.
Yeah.
Everybody is. Well,
Well, 24.
everybody around this table is. Okay, so nobody can speak.
Or make music sounds.
I mean, this sound of music, it only registers in Keris's mind.
Oh, okay. In which
Ziggy-
case, then I wouldn't have cast it.
All right.
Ziggy
yeah,
takes
it's-
his cigar out, flicks it at Marlowe, just like, and mouth just tit.
No, I wouldn't have cast it if I didn't know that was happening. Then I
All
wouldn't
right.
have cast it.
Well, you can retcon that, but no, it's divine sense. As it says that the presence of strong evil registers on your senses like noxious odor, and powerful good rings like heavenly music in your ears.
While this is all going on, Felson's going to pull out that ring that got out of the book and just pop it on, just to see if it does anything, or if the abbot reacts.
What ring?
to it.
Sorry.
The ring that I got from the Book of Stroud from, I think, Leo Destani, the guy
Winter's
that.
ring or something.
Oh,
I made a note. Hang on.
Yeah.
what ring even is that?
It's an important ring.
Yeah.
Obviously,
Um,
I'm gonna have
the
to dig it
ring.
out.
of Winter's
Winter's
flesh.
ring of Winter's flesh.
Yeah.
I have to find it now. All right, the Ring of Winter. Oh, it's Tomb of Annihilation. Did I put it in there?
Wait, have we got the fucking Ring of Winter?
Winter's flesh, yeah.
Oh wow, this
You're not
yeah.
with us.
Yeah.
I don't think I was when you got this.
No,
No.
we read the book.
It was in the book. We got it from the book.
Oh, that is a big ring, isn't it? Oh, I found it. Jesus, there's a lot of reading there.
Just don't let it fall into the hands of any frost giants, will you?
Okay, so can't believe I forgot about this. Oh my god. Okay.
I
Alright.
don't know,
So did you put this on?
Yeah, I put it on.
All right, you've put it on. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, this the abbot. He looks at you as you slip the ring on. He kind of does a double take, and he says, "The Ring of Winter. Where did you get that?" I just heard
Oh, hang on. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I found it
Found it where?
in a book somewhere, someplace.
In a book.
Yeah.
Interesting. How do you feel?
Cold.
Okay. Jeez. Right. Okay. So you need to. You're gonna have to bear with me because this is a literal game changer.
Have I made life hard for you, Peter?
You've just caught me unawares.
We're good at doing that.
Yeah.
It's that night and it's that time of a Friday.
Craig, I know you've seen this ring before.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it out of Ziggy's repertoire. Trust me.
And-
Yeah, I'm as fuck.
What does she have to roll?
Ooh, do you want me to pull it out and find out for you?
It doesn't say in the description.
Is it actually part of this campaign as well? Then is it legit?
No, it was in the Tome of Strahd.
Oh, so it's in Strahd as well because I've seen it in Tomb of Annihilation. 2 seconds, and I'll pull it out for you.
I also have the dead guy's bones as well with me in a bag. Taking everything.
Well,
Right. So as you put this ring on, Felston, it feels ice cold. And okay, so you get this. This ring begins talking to you,
Oh.
and it says, "Kill them! Kill them!" And you need to give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, this will be interesting. Did that go through? Ah, there we go.
You fail.
Oh.
So you in your head, this ice cold ring is screaming at you, "Kill them!" And you whip out your main weapon and start swinging it. Everybody roll initiative.
Well, that went well.
Fun times.
Shit.
I can't believe that.
Me initiative button's like greyed out.
Is it?
Did
I'll
you?
do it for you. There you go. I rolled you a 4. Enjoy.
Oh, word.
Uh,
Cheers, Peter.
if you mean by like using the ring, Peter, the DC 17, if you wanted to know.
Yeah, I know. I got it in the end.
Okay, so
She failed with a 13.
oh dear.
Yeah, roll initiative, Ziggy.
Will you roll initiative for my horse as well? It can start making way into the.
Nope,
Just
it's too
Oh.
far away.
Ooh.
I wanted it to burst through the walls, just be like, I'm here.
So as you get your I catch you with your high rolls. Okay.
Oh, I
As
love Foundry, by the way.
Bloody hell.
Saying.
Bet.
as you get your weapon out, the abbot instantly shines. It becomes like this golden light, and he spreads his wings that came out of nowhere, and he looks a little bit like this. If you look in the chat, I said like this. Are you fucking kidding me? Never mind. He looks like, well, an angel.
No, I'm not having that.
This guy could have come in handy, you know, if one of us died.
I'm not having that.
So he changes into an angel. There's just blinding light just envelops the room, and he reaches his hand out to you, Felston, and you feel a tight grip go around your throat, and then another tight grip go around your. Is it your great axe? Is it your battle axe?
It's my great ex.
As you kind of lifts you into the air a bit, and well, it lifts you off the ground for certain. And you are struggling, and you don't understand why you're struggling, but you are struggling, and you are furious with everyone. You just want to murder everyone. And he just holds you there in a grip. If you give me a Constitution saving throw, you need to roll something really good. Okay. So he holds you in like an invisible chokehold as everybody draws the weapons at you, and you go from raging to kind of you kind of slow down a bit, and then you lose consciousness, and we are out of combat.
Okay, how do I make myself unconscious? Oh, there we go.
Don't worry about that. Okay. And the light from the abbot subsides, and he said, "Fascinating." And he basically puts his wings away, and he's back to like normal abbot. And Vasilka, she's just stood there, almost entirely inanimate. And he says, "Any more surprises from anyone? Anyone?"
Oh, might as well. I'm gonna pull the. I'm still got my sword close to him, my other sword. I'm gonna pull out the hilt of the sun sword.
And do what with it?
Ask him for some explanation of this. What, like, meaning the blade? Like, I'm indicating where the blade. You know, like it's a hilt. Where's the blade?
He looks down at the hilt, and he says, "Ah, more surprises. Sergei's sword. Anyone? Reactions?
What
Do you know where the
Did I
blade
know
is?
it was?
He says, all I know is the insignia is the von Zarovich original insignia before Strahd. This can only be Sergei's sword, or what is left of it. I do not know anything more. Would it be okay, Keris,
No.
if
No.
I had your hand?
No.
It's a strong grip.
No.
Hmm. Okay.
I mean, did we all see him in angelic form or just Felston?
Everybody.
I mean, I'm starting to like. I've gone from suspicious to okay. If you see someone like that, you've kind of that doesn't happen every day, right? He's clearly some sort of higher being.
Maybe. If only we had some kind of cleric that could do some kind of check.
If only.
So, Marlo, when you witness this display, this is raw Cord power. You're pretty certain it's not Cord himself, but it's pretty fucking close. What do you do?
You must tell me how long have you been in the service of Cord? You seem
Cord.
very powerful. It's almost like you are Cord.
Well, it would seem to you that I am powerful. Pretty much everything should seem powerful to you. And he kind of he stares at Felston for a couple of seconds, and Felston is no longer unconscious. So Felston kind of comes round. Oh, sorry. Felston starts coming round, and you don't have your ring anymore.
Am I aware of anything that happened, or am I just sort of like
Nope.
I remember putting on the ring and then I'm on the ground?
The last thing you remember is rolling a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, Felson's just like sat on the ground going, "Oh, like what
I
happened?"
remember
to
having
me?"
some dice in my hand, and I rolled something. It wasn't good enough.
Why did I dream of dice?
Yeah, sorry. What was the question again, Mike?
Clearly you're in service to Cord, but Cord's a just god, someone that believes in doing the right thing, and I can't believe that you would be here and not wanting to destroy Strahd. That's why I'm struggling to believe you're actually a follower.
He looks at the ground and he looks really troubled by this. He said, "What makes you think that I'm not trying to help Barovia?
Well, no. Destroy Strahd.
I never said I was going to destroy Strahd."
Exactly, that's the ill of Barovia, the thing that needs to be destroyed.
Hey, didn't he? That's what he said he was doing. He didn't say he was actually destroying Strahd. He said he was basically trying to keep Strahd in check.
Yes, but I don't believe Cord the Lord would want that. As a just man, very vengeful, very, very powerful, potent Lord, God, wouldn't stand for this.
He says, "How long have you been in Barovia, cleric?"
It feels like a matter of weeks, but could be months, who knows?
He's genuinely dumbfounded. He's like, "How can you not know? Strahd is immortal."
He's a vampire, doesn't mean he can't be killed.
He looks at you with a serious look on his face. He says, "Strahd is immortal."
No, no vampire.
It's kind of weird that if this guy thinks that Strahd is immortal, so like maybe he actually is, you know, because it's very different from a standard commoner going Strahd's the devil and Strahd's immortal. But I've just seen this guy do the whole angel wing thing, and now he's saying that Strahd's immortal. I'm a little bit concerned.
Then what the hell are we doing here?
I'd like to ask. Just remembered, I did break my tooth on the way here. Forgave him half of this tusk. What would you do with this?
Are you offering me your tusk?
Yeah, it broke off. I'm not going to glue it back on again.
Oh, you mean half your tusk? Can I have the whole tusk? Can I have both tusks?
No, just the bit that's broken off. I have no need for it. What would you do with it?
What will I do with a broken tusk? He just looks around the room confused, like, what are you gonna do with a broken tusk?
Give it to you if you can make it worth my while.
Is there any other crap you wish to offload onto me?
No, just a tiefling tusk.
Tiefling tusk. Huh. He's almost indignant.
Afraid it.
Yeah. So, where are we going with this?
Well, if Strahd's immortal and can't be destroyed, then I'm at a loss as to why we're here.
I didn't say he can't be destroyed.
Ziggy says, I'm here to find the mage, of course, and hopes to see a response from the abbot, really, because apparently he seems to be the source of all knowledge in Barovia, really, for those that aren't Strahd, anyway, or Strahd supporters.
Are you saying this in character?
Oh yeah, Ziggy's saying, I'm here to find the mage. This is what I've come for.
The abbot looks at you, and he says, "Your ears. How long would you say they are?"
Ziggy says 4 inches. What's your point?
I will give you the location of the mage in exchange for your ears.
Both of my ears.
Of course, what am I going to do with a single goblin ear?
What are you gonna do with a pair of goblin ears?
Ah, and he taps his nose.
He says, well, that's not a trade I can make, my friend. Until you can tell me the truth, we can't make a deal.
The truth about what?
The truth about what the purpose is, the requirement for, body parts, shall we say.
As I said to you already, I am making brides for Strahd.
Is he interested in goblins?
Maybe?
Ziggy said, I've dealt with some seriously suspicious characters in my time, but you are by far beyond the others. He said, I don't understand your intention. Ziggy truly doesn't understand his intention.
As Marlo watches this conversation unfold, with your experience as a cleric of Cord, you know that this abbot has strayed. You know that he's not
Yeah.
following Cord's teachings.
No, I know he isn't. I'm figuring that.
It's more the way that he's speaking is more like a corrupted version.
The impression I've got, I believe he believes he's doing the right thing, but I think he's really fallen off
No,
where he should.
there's no way Cord would be. No, Cord's a just god. He's not one to do things by any means necessary. He's one to do things the right way. This clearly isn't the right way. Just ask him. So, tell me, how long has it been since you last prayed to the Lord?
Oh well, and it's as if he's about to say like half an hour ago, and then he kind of stops himself, and he says, Was it last week? No. and is like going back and more back and further back, and it says, "Oh, recently, I'm sure, recently
I
enough."
I think you're fallen.
I
I think you haven't followed the teachings of Cord for some time now. You've been in this strange land. Time's washed over you like a tide, and washed part of you away.
Ziggy starts to kind of side eye Marlowe for the nod at this point. He's getting a little bit. Again, he's gone from concerned to okay to now suddenly really. When he's asked for the ears again, that's really weird, you know, for a good cause to ask for that. That's a strange request.
he says no. I'm following Cord's teachings.
No, you're corrupted. Everything in this land over an amount of time is corrupted. You've been here too long, and you've lost the path.
He looks to Vasilka, and he says, "What do you think?" And she just kind of she turns like her whole body towards him, and it's as if he's having a conversation, and he says, "The specimen. He thinks that I am fallen. I don't think so. Do you?" And he pauses for a moment, as if a reply is coming. And he says, "No, we think you are wrong."
Well,
Fortunately, not.
you may be powerful, sir, but you are not.
If you can prove to me that I am fallen, I will concede the point to you, specimen.
Does he actually refer to Marlowe as a specimen? He's...
Marlowe, give me a religion check. Yeah, perfect. Religion check.
Brilliant. 19.
It dawns on you, Marlowe. You've connected the dots in your head. This is a celestial. Celestials don't consider humans to be that important, that clever. Celestials, not by any fault of their own, they exist. They come from a completely different plane. If you were to go into a house that is empty and was full of rats, and you somehow got locked in this house and you became attached to these rats, that is what Celestials would consider you all to be, just friendly rats.
Cool.
Okay. Can I ask a question about Strahd?
You can ask whatever you want. This is D&D.
Is Strahd what is Strahd to you?
What do you mean?
Is he a specimen?
He's he's formidable for sure, but he is a specimen that has cheated his way into higher powers, or helped. Cheated, helped. Who knows?
A vampire, whatever that god's called.
Possible.
You're a celestial.
I am. How long did it take you to figure that out, specimen?
Well, the wings were a bit of a giveaway.
I suppose so. Got me there.
Are you a servant of Cod? A direct servant?
I am.
And how long has it been since you spoke with him? Been with him?
He takes a deep breath, and he thinks hard, and he says, a century, maybe more.
As a
I can't really remember.
As a celestial servant of Cord, surely you could communicate with him now.
When was the last time you spoke to Cord?
I'm not a celestial being. I speak to him most days.
Sir, you are a cleric of Cord. Your power should come from Cord.
It does come from Cord.
When was the last time you felt Cord's presence in your power? The answer, by the way, is not since you got here.
Yeah. Well, it has been diminished of late since we've arrived in this strange land, but as you're a celestial being of close proximity to Cord himself, surely your connection should be stronger than mine.
If you can work out a way to... how can I put it so specimens can understand? Re-establish the connection. Please let me know.
So, you've not spoken to Cord or been touched by his power in the last 100 years. You've obviously also fallen away from his vision and sight, and therefore suffer no form of retribution for any ill-doing you've done. You've been allowed to roam these lands and do as you wish, hence the abominations you've created, and honestly, I think you've been corrupted, because absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Amador's going to shout from the back of the room. Maybe you two should both pray to Cord now, together.
I'll certainly give it a try.
Are you willing as well, Celestial?
The abbot just smiles, and he says, I am fully aware of the fact that I can no longer speak to Cord.
So you're no longer beholden to his teachings, therefore you can do whatever you like. Therefore,
No, I still follow his teachings.
No, you don't. Cord's a just God. He believes in doing the right thing. By
I am doing the
displaying
right thing.
power, but no, you're not.
Pray together.
I'll pull out my holy symbol and start praying.
Okay,
Don't ask me to pray.
go on, start praying.
Fuck off.
Recite Cord's prayer.
I don't know this. No. Our
I
Father,
think
God,
Mark definitely quotes Ezekiel 25:17.
The path of the righteous man is beset by tyranny on all sides.
Yes, mate.
Go on, carry on.
God. Hang on. I've got to pull up my my very, very diminished Pulp Fiction.
Was it Pulp Fiction?
Yeah, it was. It was Jules. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who, in the name of charity and goodwill, shepherds the weak through the valley of darkness. For he is truly his brother's keeper, and the finder of lost children. And I will strike down upon thee with great vengeance and furious anger those who attempt to poison and destroy my brothers. And you will know my name is Cord when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
My hairs are standing up. That's made. Hey, well done.
Backdrop.
Hold on.
And the abbot looks at you like expectantly, and he says, "Okay, go on."
No, you carry on.
He spreads his wings once more, and he is. There we go. He spreads his wings once more and radiates light. And you hear him say in a booming voice, "Wrong." The actual reading is, "And I will execute great vengeance upon them with furious rebukes, and they shall know that I am Cord when I shall lay my vengeance upon them, unto the men of the east with the not Ammonites, with the tieflings."
Tieflings.
And we'll give them and will give them in possession that the tieflings may not be remembered among the nations. And I will execute judgments upon the humans, and they shall know that I am Cord. Thus said the Lord Horde. And he puts his wings away. And that's the actual Ezekiel reading. The one from Pulp Fiction is bullshit.
Oh yeah, that's not from the Bible. That is absolute bollocks. But it makes good reading, right? It's brilliant.
Okay, anyway, let's crack on with this.
Marlo, you never told me of this.
It's not something I like to discuss.
Especially with the tiefling.
Well, this is awkward. Now's not the time.
Okay, maybe later.
Yes.
Okay, so I think we've veered away, of course, here. So he says, how did that feel, Specimen?
Yes, you've mastered Thaumaturgy very well.
Did you... Did you feel Cord's presence when you prayed?
I felt better for it.
Hmm.
How did you feel?
Did you... I feel fine. Is this a contest of some description?
I don't know. I don't know how to sort of make him think or prove that he's fallen.
Well, you might have to find some proof.
Or how important it is either.
I want to know what he gets out of. I would like to ask him what he gets out of making a bride for Strahd, like what a Strahd promised him, or what's he getting from it? Why is he doing it?
Strahd. Strahd was... Do you humans have the word incel?
Terrace would know. She's from Wales.
Wait, incel. Strahd is the original incel. He is looking for a bride in all the wrong places.
Where should he be looking?
Well, to Vasilka. Vasilka will make him happy. And when Strahd is happy, Barovia will be happy.
I agree with that.
So, back to my original question. Back to my original question. Can I have your face?
Shit.
I can replace it with something better. I mean, I have a very good giant eagle's face.
Might I suggest to the abbot that it's not her face Strahd wants?
Not her face.
No.
Then what?
A long lost love, from many years, many generations ago.
You mean Tatiana?
Yes, and he can never recreate that. She's gone. Tatiana has gone. And he will never.
Yes, I believe she killed herself a long time ago.
Yes. That is the only thing that can make Strahd happy on this journey that you're following. So unless you can raise the dead from 100 years ago or 1,000 years ago, you're on a losing project there, my friend. Abbott friend.
I grow tired. Is there what was your original purpose for coming to me?
Well, to seek some advice and guidance as to what we can do to protect our friend here. But clearly, you're not the one to ask.
I can help you.
I'm sure you can, but you're not going to.
I can help your friend by transplanting her face onto Vasilka here.
That's not what we had in mind.
No.
Irina's blatantly not up for it. She's just like,
Yeah.
nope.
The
Nope.
thing that puzzles me is you're quite clearly a powerful being, and yet you still have to ask us permissions to do things.
Well, I do not wish to harm anybody. And the mongrel folk outside, they are. It's regrettable what has happened to them.
Why do you keep them alive?
Because I do not wish to kill anyone. It is not my purpose. It's not within Cord's teachings.
He likes what distorted science can give birth to. A distorted faith. No?
Are you saying that to me?
That were in kind.
Sorry. I can't differentiate those two voices. He says distorted, maybe, but the end justifies the means.
What are the means?
To find Strahd a bride.
And you've done that several times already.
I have tried, and he's been displeased with the results.
Maybe you should call it a night with creating Strahd Brad.
We're obviously a failure at it.
I don't.
Massive failure.
All right, give me a persuasion check.
Persuasion.
Yeah. What are you typing there, Ziggy?
Oh, I just had to be right back a second.
All right.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yeah, he's he looks he looks a little bit upset.
Pete?
He says, "Yeah."
Sorry, carry on, mate.
He says, "Perhaps it's time for you to leave."
Pete.
Yeah.
If I cast banishment on him, no, hear me out, and I've sent him into a different plane of existence, would he be able to be touched?
Which
by,
plane?
well, whatever plane I want to, but would he be able to reach out to Cord in a different plane of existence? So if I were to banish him from this plane and send him to another one, where he's not in Barovia,
Right, you're thinking.
and the Lord Cord is available to touch his soul, as it were, for the first time in 100 years, would that work, or would that not be?
You can try.
I'm going to tell him first. I'm not going to just do it because I don't want to fuck it up and start a fight. I've got a solution to our problem, perhaps.
Oh, you do. He looks quite amused. Let's
Hello.
hear it.
Can I just usher you over? If you banish them to the ethereal plane,
Ethereal plane.
Mortnor can take 3 people to the ethereal plane.
Okay.
So you could actually meet him there if you wanted
Whoops.
to.
Oh,
I
Carry
didn't
on.
mean to do that.
I could do. Well, hello. So yeah, I've got an idea. Do you miss Cord's touch? Presence?
That sounds really. I miss his caress.
Those loving touches.
Priest of the choir boy.
Have you been touched?
Jesus.
Have you been touched by?
Touched by a
Even-
literal angel.
This,
Sorry,
this-
guys, I
this,
lost-
this stream is not monetized anymore. Thanks, guys. Fucking lost it on
Sorry,
the,
mate.
the pedo church. Jokes. Do you miss
He
your
said-
presence?
He says, "Yes, of course, I wish to leave this place."
Would you mind if I banished you for a minute to the ethereal plane where perhaps maybe you may be touched by his soul and spirit again?
It does like an open belly laugh, and he says, you mortals are crazy. Okay, go on.
Make a charisma saving throw, please, Peter.
Okay.
If he's willingly letting you banish him, there's no real saving throw about it, is there?
Oh, I guess not.
No.
He's not resisting what you're doing, so
So come on, describe what you're doing.
I'll I have to concentrate for up to a minute. I pull out an item distasteful to the target. I don't do that. I just I pull out my no. I pull out my symbol of prayer
Okay.
and start chanting the prayer to banishment. My fingers light up and I'll zap him and
Okay.
banish him to the ethereal plane.
I'm going to need a lot more description than that
Okay. You're
from you, not necessarily what the spell says. Just what does it look like?
well, it looks like okay. My hands start to glow. There's a faint buzzing in the noise in the air, and then a shot beam of light from my fingers hits the celestial being. There's a faint popping noise, and it's turned, and it just vanishes in a puff of smoke into the ethereal plane.
As the popping thing happens, it begins to blur out of existence, and he says, "Oh no! Look at me! I'm coming home! I'm coming home!" And then the blurring stops, and he's still there, and he says, "You still don't understand what's going on here, do you?
Why did you tell me?
You can't leave. You think I haven't tried this? You think I haven't tried any of this?"
he kind of like wide eyes there, like, hang on a minute, like I can't leave.
Nobody can leave. That includes everybody here.
Because, like, certainly up until this point, Ziggy's thought, you know what, this is just a kingdom somewhere that he's maybe never heard of, and he's kind of been. Now he feels like he's been swindled into coming here.
Which is partly true.
Mm.
He says, do you want to leave?
Eventually,
Genuine question.
This was never a permanent position for me. You know, that's not how Ziggy works at all.
Unless we can figure something out, it is a permanent position. And if you think it's bad for us, wait till you speak to Strahd. Nobody here in Barovia wants to leave more than Strahd.
but he created this place, or at least the circumstances in which we find ourselves.
He created his own prison. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, how do we end it?
As I said, if you figure it out, let me know. I have your legs.
No, but can I have my ring back?
I think it's best for everyone. This ring stays with me.
No, I don't think it is.
I will give it back to you on one condition.
What's that?
Can I have your ears?
No.
Why is it always ears?
What?
Can I have your nose at least?
Ish.
Just I can make a new nose for you.
Oh,
I've got a lovely jaguar nose.
can I have your wings?
No.
Well, yeah. If we prove it to you that you've fallen, will you give me my ring back?
Yes.
Okay then.
What about not his wings, but a single angel feather is still worth so much money you wouldn't believe.
Oh,
Say that in character.
Yeah, it sounded like it.
Absolutely, he's paid by money.
Felston perks up at that and goes, "Can I have your some feathers?"
He looks at you with complete pity in his eyes, and he says, "You humans," and it's just rubbing, he's rubbing the bit between his eyes, like, "You humans, just it's money. What is it with money? Money is not even worth anything in Barovia."
That painful moment of where it's such a base desire of like, oh god.
And he reaches back and he just throws some feathers on the ground and waits for you to see what you're gonna do. 3 feathers.
I'll lay them to the 3 humans.
I'll take
He
it.
looks at you, Ramadan, whom you obviously make no move, and he looks kind of impressed with you. What's everybody else doing? There's 3 feathers in front of you, Ziggy.
Absolutely,
are
I'm
you-
taking at least.
Are you gonna go full Ferengi and go for them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So he says, "I think we're done here. Don't you?"
One more thing, but not to do with you.
Ugh.
Sorry. I want to try and speak with this this person, whatever she's called. I've wrote a name down, but I can't find it.
Basilka.
Yeah, Fazilka. And I know she's got no mouth, but she did make a noise. So I'm hopeful that I can talk to her. So Fazilka, how do you feel about all this?
She just shrugs.
Are you happy to be Strahd's bride?
She nods, yeah.
Oh, that's not what I was expecting. Yeah, I'm done.
Shall we leave now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Sort of run out of ideas. I don't know what to do.
he
So, what's upstairs and downstairs in this place? What's in the basement?
I don't really want to go in the basement.
No.
Fuck
No.
knows what's down there.
We've seen what's on the surface. There's much worse in the basement.
I'm just asking him for a description.
he says actually, there is someone here. One of you.
One of us.
Yes. I believe she's in the library.
The library
Yes.
with books.
With books. Sir, I have the finest library in Barovia after Argenvostholt.
Vargenhost Vault.
Argenvostholt.
Hargen Vostalt.
Shall I type it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dragon, Argenvost.
Oh, the dragon.
So where's
He said,
Argen Vostalt?
he puts a waypoint on your map.
Can he put something in Discord as well? Yeah.
He says Argenvostholt is just across the mountains. And
So-
he looks you up and down and he says, it might be a bit chilly for you, mortals.
Well, we're looking for somewhere that sells
The jumper.
a jumper. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sure the tailor in town can help.
So yours is the second best in Barovia, yeah? You're like
Yes.
whereabouts is that?
Good question. Let me find it. Is it upstairs or downstairs? Where is it? Bear with me. Sorry. It wasn't Argenvostholt. It's the Amber Temple. It says it's second only to the Amber Temple.
Ziggy looks round like, should that sound familiar to the other people in the party? Like, not familiar with it.
No
personally.
idea.
Nope.
Nope.
It does sound familiar.
Does it?
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Where
Is
is
it the place where we got the ring from?
Oh, we went there in the book.
Was that
Oh.
not the Amber Temple?
No.
No.
That was the Order of the Guardians Monastery.
So it was.
Well, the Amber Temple is a really shitty place, and that's where Strahd became Strahd with Vampire.
Oh, okay.
Vampire.
Vampire with a Y. Right, the Abbey. Oh my God, where is it? Dylan, why would you let me go and speak about libraries when I don't know what they fucking are?
Can I go and have a quick sig while you have a
Yeah,
sit?
yeah.
Is that alright?
Yeah,
I might need to go and get a drink myself.
Gonna do a
Alright.
loo break.
Yeah. Thought you were going.
Foundry, add notes, random inventory stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I wasn't able to actually make the original training kind of session that you did for this. So is there a way for me to add notes to my character and stuff like that? Because at the moment, stuff that I'm taking in, I'm not able to write down anywhere, so I can just quick reference it.
Megan has been writing in. Where's she been writing? Oh, she's been writing in the journal bit, which I suppose, journal. So if you click on the bit at the top right with where it says journal entries, it's like two brown bits of paper.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, and then there's handouts and magic items.
Yeah, but apparently, according to Megan, you can actually type stuff in there.
You can create your own entry, but I don't know if
Yeah.
it's an entry for the entire party or just.
No, that's just for you.
See, I'm so used to, and this is the problem of getting out of the habit of Roll20 of where I've got a note section on my sheet. Do you get what I mean?
All right.
Yeah.
No, I can see.
Does it
Sorry,
not
what?
disappear though if
No,
if you import things from D&D
No.
Beyond?
nope,
No.
nope. That's tied to your player, not your character in Foundry. So I can see notes that Keris has put in on the player journal, but I don't think anybody else
Okay,
can.
so that's the point of this then. We just create a new entry for reminders for ourselves.
Yeah, you can make as many as you want.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Just as long as I know where I should be putting it, and then I can reference it back. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I take a backup of this every couple of days anyway. It won't get lost.
I'm surprised how many of us are local. You know that like I thought people would be all over the place. To be honest.
No, all local. Dylan only lives up the road from you.
Except poor Mike. You know.
Poor Mike lives in Essex.
Say poor Mike. Like.
I'm not. I'm really rich.
Yeah, I'm sure you live in the south, mate. Compared to the rest of us, you are very rich.
He has a motorized cart with an engine, no horses.
Yeah.
Because he's
Oh my
from London.
gosh, I mean,
And I
He's a
put the
southerner.
amber liquid in it and it runs.
How's that handle on like cobbled roads?
No, the streets are paved with gold down here. It's fine.
What do you do about all the shit that it gets covered in?
Just sell it on and get another one.
Right, I need a wee and I need a drink. Back in a sec.
Oh, I have a question. What does everyone call a bread roll?
it
roll.
depends.
Butty.
A butty for me. In the north, it's a butty.
Bap, tea cake, cob.
Or some places call it a barm cake as well. If you're into
Okay.
it.
I use them all. I'm not prejudiced.
It's not a cake. It's not a cake.
No, it isn't a cake. I agree with that. See, to me,
No. Barm cake doesn't mean a cake though. It's just
It's like Jaffa cake.
yeah. It's not an actual fucking cake.
It's not
Yeah.
a cake.
no, Jaffa cakes aren't cakes. They're biscuits.
No, they're cakes because a
No.
biscuit goes soft, a cake goes hard.
Bugger off.
Yeah. You know,
No.
That's the official ruling, don't like.
that is the official ruling.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is. If you
No.
get a cake will go hard. That's why. That's the difference in tax as well. Because there's
Biscuit or a cake.
because a biscuit is a luxury item. A cake is an essential apparently.
I love that.
Is it
I love that.
Rubbish.
You pay less
Rubbish.
tax on a Jaffa cake than you do a hobnob.
Yes, because a hobnob. Yeah, no.
That's
I'm
right.
not having any of
Pay
this
less
nonsense.
tax. You
No.
pay less tax on a Jaffa cake than you do on hobnob.
Rubbish. They're both covered in chocolate, and I don't know.
Yeah, but one of them goes hard, one of them goes soft.
Well, where are you storing them is my question. And besides, like, we
Doesn't
both
matter
know.
if you
We
take them out of the packet, leave them on the side. A Jaffa cake will go hard. A hobnob will go soft.
Yeah, but listen, we both know that if you opened up a packet of Jaffa cakes, they're not going to be out long enough to get bloody hard or soft or whatever.
Not in my house, no.
No,
I have heard from a reliable source.
I've
not long
never,
enough.
heard of this mythical hard Jaffa cake. I've only heard about it.
Mentioning mythical, do you know what a Tim Tam is?
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Those like
Yeah.
they're like crack. They're great.
Yeah.
I love them.
The woman at work, our HR woman, is also an Aussie, right? She says honestly, Tim Tams are literally the best. And the one thing she misses from living in the UK is Tim Tams.
Tim Tams are the shit. I tell you what, you don't open a packet of Tim Tams around a Kiwi or an Aussie living abroad and expect them to like not. I don't share Tim Tams.
It's
If
getting
I-
to the point that I need to know what a Tim Tam is. Every in that part of the world says Tim Tams are the shit, you know?
Did you not
They
see
are-
the Boris Johnson announcement when he talked about the Australian trade deal? And he
No.
actually held up a packet of Tim Tams and saying, "Don't worry, we'll have these here soon."
Oh,
So-
better friggin' do. They're £8 a packet.
Are they really that good though? Are they,
Yes. If I grew that, they're like it.
What is a Tim Tam?
I don't
They
know.
look like penguin.
Apparently it's like a weird
No,
chocolate digestive or something similar.
No. A penguin is the closest to it, but a penguin's a shit.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait a
that-
minute, back up.
I've been told,
No.
actually, exact words I've been told as well. Penguin was the one that they said.
Yeah.
It's penguin, but not really.
No, a penguin. A penguin is a inferior, shitty knockoff of a Tim Tam.
You don't PT, you've left us. We're arguing about biscuits.
This is what happened. Also, I will put the argument forward. The only time that you were ever served a penguin, and this is the only place, is at the blood after you've given a blood donation, and you either get the choice of a really shitty club like the orange or the mint, or you get a penguin. Because
Sorry,
some
but an orange club is beautiful.
Yeah.
Don't be hating on that
A
club
shitty
No.
club.
because
Tap
you know
the
if
drum.
you're
No
like
such thing as a
put
shitty
on your
club.
biscuits,
Pump
join
the
our
brakes,
club.
son.
no, and then the only reason you pick the penguin is because some bastard has got in and taken the custard creams before you.
Right, I'm casting Circle of Fire on Felston.
No, I love. Don't listen. Don't you get me started on these English biscuits and with. Oh.
You're killing me off. I've started an absolute civil war, haven't I, in the party here?
Unreal.
No, I was curious because I was told about Tim Tams, and even some of the English staff that I work with say Tim Tams are the shit if you've ever been there. Like they are literally the tits of biscuits.
They
You know,
are,
like they.
yeah. They are the tits. They are the tits of biscuits, and if I ever get a packet in through them, from New Zealand, I will wrap them up and I will pass them on to Dylan to drop them off through your door.
Honestly, yeah, hook me up. Like it needs to happen. Like I need to know what Tim Tams are all about and what all the fuss is
Shit.
about.
They are expensive though.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, you said they're like crack. I think I'd rather buy crack. It's cheaper.
at £8 a packet, I was like, you better be Tim Tams in the shelf because I'm not joking. When I come back from New Zealand, I had brought like about 10 packets, 20 packets at a time.
Wow.
Like a fucking crack dealer selling Tim Tams.
Like cigarettes.
I have been customs probably look at my bag and go, why has this woman got so many biscuits in her bag? Like a third of my bag is closed and the rest is just biscuits and crisps and stuff.
So, Greek chocolate is the bomb. You don't hear much about it. What Peter will tell you.
I can't talk about it because I'm going to get all teary-eyed and I'm going to miss it.
Oh.
But there's a bar of chocolate, a brand that we have called Ion, and it's just, what word can I use to describe it? Divine. It's just the perfect combination of sugar, chocolate, and milk, and it's
Beats Cadbury's.
amazing.
Oh,
It's-
Cadbury's is crap
Cadbury's
anyway.
is shite. It's just sugar, literal pure sugar. I don't touch Cadbury's anymore. It's all green and blacks now.
Hey, 70% crap.
Anyway, what were we doing? Journals. Talked about journals. Yes. He says the library is downstairs.
Downstairs, let's go.
Are you going downstairs?
I'm going
Yeah.
downstairs.
I'll go with
Are you
carefully.
coming with Abbott?
He says, no, I'm busy here.
What's downstairs? Is there any living organisms downstairs?
Yes. There's one
Who?
waiting for you in the library.
Who's downstairs?
I didn't catch her name.
Just one person.
We get a lot of visitors here.
Okay, so if we were to
He says to you, if I wanted to kill you, I would have done it before you even got to Kresk.
yeah, but if this person downstairs wants to kill us, are you going to hold it against us if we kill them?
No?
Okay, let's go.
All right, now we go.
Is everybody going downstairs?
Yeah.
Yep.
Sure.
Right, and you're going down that
I
staircase.
assume Keris is as well.
Yeah. I guess. What's Arena doing? I'm kind of
Coming with us.
right. Yeah. Let's not leave her.
Hold on.
Everyone disappearing. I'm not disappearing.
Hold on. Oh. Okay. Standing in it. Bear with me. Let me find this fucking library. Sorry. It's upstairs. Okay, so are you all heading upstairs?
Yeah.
To the belfry. Okay, I'm gonna drop your pins in, and then I'll change the scene. 'Cause I'm not sure how it's gonna react. How this thing's gonna react to you.
This thing. Uh-oh.
I'm just joking. I would never kill you.
Well, you
You
much
lie.
kinder than the DMs I've had. Not mentioning any names.
Marlo, Amadon, and if anybody needs another pee, then do it now. Get yourselves a drink or something.
Okay.
Still drinking. Intoxicated.
I've run out of drink. I've
Run
literally
out?
had 2 bottles of wine tonight. and
Phew.
I'm not feeling too bad.
Half a bottle of wine and I'm dead. Never mind 2.
I have been very good tonight and drunk nothing but water.
Really?
Yep, I'm very
That's
hydrated.
I'm on the Doom Bar Zero, so bit of both.
I might get some water. One sec.
Doom bar.
Zero.
What did you say? Doom bar?
Doom Bar Zero.
What is that?
It's alcohol free. Doom Bar.
Oh.
One of those that you drink when you're the designated driver and that's it.
Yeah. Except I'm not driving anywhere.
I'm about half a litre of famous grouse in. You know, life's good.
Good lord. And you say half a bottle of wine, does you?
That's the thing, right? Whiskey, don't get me wrong, like, I'm quite tipsy at this point, but, like, whiskey I can drink quite a bit. Anything else, if I drink even a small amount, I feel really drunk really fast.
I can't do spirits or whiskey of any kind, but if I can drink lager I can probably get through on a good night 4 or 5 pints.
Standard Aussie.
Can't drink that Foster's crap.
She's not an Aussie, she's a Kiwi.
Are you a Kiwi? Oh,
I
okay.
am.
Sorry,
She's got
sorry.
a
I'm
lovely dick.
with a dirty brush there saying standard Aussie, haven't I?
It's
Shocking.
alright, you're not the first and you're not the last.
Get in there.
Oh, here's a question for you, Craig. Like, in your experience as a DM, what's the dumbest death that you've ever seen somebody
Oh,
do?
just ask me.
Peter. I mean, bless him, Peter. Peter didn't do anything wrong, actually. It's the dumbest death because nobody else stepped in. And do you know what? To the point that them stepping in, okay, it would have been metagaming, but just save the lad. You know, you can tell, like, they're all here. Me and Peter, you know, like when I started hard, when we did the Kid Mansion thing, and I went downstairs and you all went upstairs, I think, or even in the Gulthias tree, even. Like, they were all hearing it. And do you know what? I wasn't at the point where I was going to go, do you know what? You can't go down because you're metagaming. I just wanted somebody to step in and save him and go, yeah, I'm going to go down. And just nobody did. He's there, and I'm going, yeah, the octopus has grappled you and it's trying to drown you. And everyone else is going, okay, we're staying above deck. And Peter's like, all right, I'm going to scream for help. And everyone just stood there and went, nah.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus, you absolute bunch of bastards! Like, save the man, Jesus Christ!
It was a massacre, and that was one of my favourite characters.
Were we doing it on roll? We were doing it on roll 20 then, weren't we? That wasn't
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the table. Do you know what? I missed round the table so much. As
Yeah.
much as, don't get me wrong, online, you know, it fills a purpose, but it's not the same.
Yeah. Sitting there with a massive dirty Chinese playing D&D, drinking
The
beer.
other thing is, as you all know, when we start, you kind of go, when you're online, you kind of go, yeah, how's your week been? But when you sat around the table, you all kind of have a bit of a chat, and everything all right, blah blah blah. And you chat a lot of shit maybe for 30 minutes or so before you even get started.
It is different. It is different. Okay, I think we're ready. I've just had to build a library quickly.
Sorry.
Yes, thanks, Dylan. Although I was the one that mentioned it, to be fair. Okay, so let's change scenes. Are you ready for this? Right, roll initiative. Just joking.
I nearly did then.
Okay.
The
So
whole thing, should it be black, by the way?
really,
Yeah, I can see everything outside of my room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I can see,
I can see everything.
I can't see anything.
No, it's kicked me out.
Yeah, he
Oh.
flicked us to the map while he bobbed off.
token vision on.
Oh, I was just having a candy then.
Oh shit, there's no light in here. I need to put light sources as well. Bloody hell, Dylan.
Theatre of the mind.
So I know, I really should. But it's getting late. Okay, let's do this again.
Shouldn't have
Really
said
quick.
anything.
You see now?
Some
Yeah.
stuff.
Okay. I don't think these are necessary. Right, so although long forgotten, the abbey, as the abbot said, was home to one of the largest collections of book in Barovia. Omadon knows this because he knows his books. Its contents were only second to those of the libraries of Castle Ravenloft and the Amber Temple.
And the temple. So it's
sorry?
his third best.
Well, it has since become second. He's added some more books than Strahd has. Yes, so I mean, you read about this in Strahd's book that after Saint Markovia was killed at Castle Ravenloft, if you remember that big epic battle scene on the bridge, that was Saint Markovia. After she was defeated or killed or obliterated, Strahd picked through the library. I mean, you can see that there are gaps, but the abbot has filled some other gaps. And in the corner of as you get to the top of the stairs, a female woman comes from around the corner.
Oh, right, okay.
Is his shield chopped up?
No. And she says, "Oh, hello."
Hello.
Says, "Who are you?"
I'm Omadon. I'm a warlock. I'm here to.
Look.
Out your class,
I'm here to inspect the books. See what's available. Is there anything of interest?
She says, "I'm Esmeralda. Actually, that's the wrong accent. I am Esmeralda Davenir.
Esmeralda Devanio.
Davenir, with a r at the end. As you look at her, she's dressed like a Vistani, but her accent is wildly different to the Vistani accents you've heard so far. She is dressed really well. She appears to have a prosthetic leg, but it's exquisitely crafted wooden prosthetic that she has, and it's obviously it's probably cost a fair bit as well.
Pardon me for for mentioning, but is that have you lost a leg in the past?
Oh wow, you are very straightforward with your observations, sir. She says, but yes, I have.
How did you lose your leg?
Um, it was, how shall we say, a hunting accident?
What were you hunting?
I was hunting wolves. And one of them bit it off.
Wow.
So what brings you to the Abbey?
I was going to ask you the same question. What are you looking for in the Abbey?
I'm just browsing the books.
What kind of books are you into?
This and that. What kind of books are you into?
I've got a very varied taste in books.
The abbot certainly does have a very impressive collection of books. He has everything, every book that I've ever heard of.
What's the most interesting book that you've seen in the Abbot?
She looks at you and she kind of gives you a little sideways grin and she says, "Wish it, want it, screw it."
Wish it, want it, screw it.
It's my favorite book.
Right.
It's about. Have you not heard of it?
I haven't. No.
It's about a wizard who cast the wish spell and it backfired horribly.
So, the title of that book again? Wish it.
Wish it, want it, screw it.
Where can I see that book?
She just pulls it out and hands it to you. It's a genuine book.
Ask why she's French and everyone else is clearly of Eastern European descent.
She says, "I'm not from around here. I can hear from your accents that neither are you. Apart from the pretty lady in the back."
Is there any tomes here?
Tomes. There's all kinds of books. What are you looking for specifically?
More to do with magic and maybe Strahd and.
Ooh, those are some heavy books. Do you believe they are not allowed here?
I heard this was the second best library in Barovia. Surely something of the sort.
For a book like that, you will have to go to the Amber Temple if you dare.
If we dare, what's at the Amber Temple?
The Amber Temple? Aye, some adventurers you are. The Amber Temple is a place of evil.
What could we expect to find at the Amber Temple?
Of evil things? I don't know. I've never been myself. Tell me, did you on your way to Kresk, did you pass a tower by any chance?
We did see a
saw
tower.
Do you see anybody hanging around the tower?
We saw it only
No.
from a distance.
She looks quite disappointed.
What's in the tower?
It's my stuff. You didn't go to the tower and try and open it, did you?
No.
Good.
We were thinking about going there soon, but not now.
It's my, how do we say, temporary accommodation. Awful French accent.
Would you like to join
Outrageous.
us in visiting the temple?
The temple. Oh, maybe when I've concluded my other business.
What other business do you have if you need your stuff?
These are very personal questions. Let us just say that I'm just looking for a friend. Perhaps you've heard of him. His name is Rictavio.
Motion to the group. Anybody heard of him? Remember him?
Octavio sounds familiar.
Doesn't he make dolls?
No, that's Blinsky.
The Blinksky is the doll, but who is the doll maker?
That's Blinsky.
Ah, right, never mind then.
Okay. So, if what do you have at the tower? That's yours of person.
It's my personal possessions.
So if we get there before you, what's the rest here?
She laughs. And she says, nothing.
Oh, brilliant!
Brilliant.
Well, maybe we'll keep whatever we find. If you don't want to come with us.
She carries on laughing and she says, okay.
Yep, very good.
Don't my stuff. It's hot stuff. It will blow your head off.
But it's worthless.
Yes, of course. Can I just ask you, Dylan, where the hell you're going with this conversation?
I'm just making sure she's got nothing to offer before I. Start.
Well, she's gonna start handing stuff out like toffees.
Well, if she's not going to come with us and help us, and if she's got nothing to offer us for what we find there, then I'm going to ignore her and look through these books.
Okay. You're gonna look through the books.
Yep.
Roll me a D100. D6. You pull out a book called Memoirs of a Goblin. And as you leaf through it, it's a very dramatic and often erotic first-person biography of a female goblin groomed to be a concubine in an exotic land. And when you look at
I'll take that for research.
when you look at the author's name, it's a male elf name. D100 again. 50, lucky 50. You pull out this book and it's called Half Human, Half Horse, All Man. A defense of carnal relationships with beast races.
I'm seeing a pattern.
Roll me another one, last one.
Who wants this one?
Go on, you're on a roll, Dylan.
30.
30. Dirty 30. Philomagnetics and the Herbalist. A primer for the professional and newcomer alike. This is a herbalism book. The pattern is broken.
Who likes herbalism here? Do you like herbalism, Karis?
I can take it, leave it. It's not really speciality of mine, but
Maybe I'm thinking of your last character.
yeah, that might have worked a bit better. And what about Irina? Maybe she might like something along them lines. I don't know.
Okay. She looks through 99. She looks through through the books and she looks at it and she says, "Has anybody heard of this book?" And she holds it up and it says Fiends and Fortresses Player's Handbook. A book on how to play the popular role-playing game Fiends and Fortresses, where the players roll dice to fight fantastical creatures and adventure through fortresses while someone designed the fortress master tells a story. designated a fortress master tells the story.
Should we have a go?
You ever heard of this game? It's funny. Oh, there's also a Fiends and Fortresses Fortress Master's Guide. A book on how to lead players through a story and gameplay in the popular role-playing game Fiends and Fortresses. That is funny. Okay, so back on point.
Felston's gonna approach Esmeralda and go, where would you last see your friend?
It was in Vallaki, I think. That's where the I haven't seen him in quite some time. I've been looking for him in Barovia, and last I heard he was in Vallaki, but he moves around a lot.
His name again?
Rictavio.
Do you know? Have you got anything to? Do you know what he looks like?
Yes, he's quite old, and he has small, tiny spectacles.
Is he flamboyant? Is he plain? Is he?
He likes to be flamboyant. He likes to think he's flamboyant.
So he stands out in the crowd.
Oh yes,
Is
when he wants to.
Is
He
he?
wants to. Sorry.
Sorry, no, go
I'm just practicing my French accent, which is awful.
on. Is he human? Half elf?
He's old human.
He's not Vistani, is he?
I don't think so.
Ah, well, if we see him, we'll tell him you're looking for him.
Oh yes, please. And she looks at you kind of funny, like you're weird.
Yeah, well, moving on. Felston's just gonna look at some books as well, see what's
Alright.
there.
Romeo 100. D100. 54. So you leaf through these books, and it's the Canterbury Tales. Canterbury Tales. Get it? Canterbury Tales. Not a very good one. Sorry. What is everybody doing?
I'm just
It's
sort of.
not really Ziggy's thing, so Ziggy's just kind of, chilling while the other guys look for what they need.
Right.
I'm furiously
Can
trying to
we-
rack my brains as to how I can prove that the bishop has fallen.
Definitely.
Can I have one last look for any books that really stand out in this place? So it's like the second best library in Barovia. Just before I quit my searching.
Are you searching for anything specific?
Anything based on Strahd or spells?
How to kill Strahd with spells.
There's a book called Becoming a Paladin, a full guide to becoming the lawful good person you always hope to be. It's a thick volume. It even includes information on how to protect orphanages and the correct means of smiting your enemies.
I'm going to throw that right over the shelf towards Keris.
Catching it.
There's one called Being Familiar with Your Familiar,
That's for me.
the book for casters who wish to bond with their animal companions. A field guide to all common and some uncommonly seen familiars in the area.
I'll have that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
50 Shades of Drow. Yeah. Let me see. What else have we got here?
Purple Pleasure Room, and all that. Because
Deck
it
of
was red in Drow, what it is, definitely purple. Everything's purple or black,
It's part history and part fan fiction, starring Lolth. Isn't she a goddess?
That's pretty great. Lolth is more than a goddess, mate.
All right.
Lolth is one of the most powerful deities in the pantheon.
All right. Okay.
We'll throw that one to Ziggy.
Let me see. Art of procrastination and how to perfect it. There's nothing of what you. So you look through this library and you can't really spot anything. There's too much good stuff.
Guys, yeah, nothing of.
But you could spend years in here just reading these books
Yeah,
because you've heard of them.
plenty of things to procrastinate over, but
There's magic for dummies.
Magic for Dummies.
Yep.
No, nothing for us.
One book does kind of catch your eye though.
Yeah.
A little bit, yeah. It's called Incredible Creatures and How to Kill Them.
Yeah, I'll take that one.
Okay.
So I've got one on fiends. And one on creatures and how to kill them.
It's called Incredible Creatures and How to Kill Them.
Incredible. Yeah, I'll
There's one called ARG! A Barbarian's Guide to Clobbering Your Enemies.
I'm gonna throw that over to Fulton.
Falston catches it.
Okay. Yeah, so Esmeralda's watching you just kind of in amusement, throwing books at each other.
Yeah, I think we've got what we need here, guys. I recommend you have some bedtime reading with these if I've took your book. Let's
Interesting.
go.
Can I just pull this cover off that's behind me here while everyone else is looking at books, I suppose?
Okay. You notice that there's it's like a almost like a human-shaped
Almost, yeah.
thing under this cover, and as you grab the cloth, Esmeralda says, "Oh, it might be sleeping." You're gonna do it anyway.
Sleeping. Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You pull the cover.
I'm
Sorry?
not pulling it off like yanking it off. I'm just gonna like pull it off slowly.
Have a peek.
Have a peek. Yeah, I just want to see what's under there.
Okay. One sec. Yeah. So as you pull this cover back, you see. Well, how far down are you pulling it?
Well, depends what's going on. You know, like I'm just pulling it to maybe see a face or yeah, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
Yeah.
you pull this cover back, and there's a living, breathing person there. It appears to be another one of the abbot's people, his creations, I guess we can call them. It's got no teeth. It's got two heads, and all four eyes are looking at you. It's got a weird broken nose. It's only got one ear.
On
And
both heads.
yep, between two heads, it's got one ear.
And one broken nose.
Yep, and then it's got like just patches of fur all over one of the heads, which appears to be more like a baby, one of the heads, but not quite. You can't quite. You're not quite sure what you're looking at, and it's just staring at. Well, they're just staring at you.
Oh God. Yeah, Keris is in like complete shock.
It's not making any noise or anything. It's not Doesn't seem to be in any distress. Just kind of just looking at you.
Can I pull the rest of the cover off it? As I say, like some words to my ancient gods, whatever my gods of the ancient, whoever they will be. I don't know.
Yeah. As you pull the shroud back, the creature there, it is just made of stitched together body parts.
Like Frankenstein.
You recognize some of them as human. And it's definitely a woman there.
A woman?
Well, yeah, it's got huge tracts of land and.
If you look at the actual the shroud that's on top, it looks like it's a male with an erection.
You know what? I was
Yes.
just thinking that, but my name's in the way.
Now that you mention it, yes.
You sure it's a girl?
Well, that's what I've got here. They've obviously not drawn it properly. But yes, it does very much look like a bloke with a nursing a semi. So Esmeralda, she says, maybe leave it alone. I kind of feel bad about it.
Why do you feel bad about it? Are you not involved in the abbot's
Oh no,
undertaking?
no. I'm just here for information, and then I will leave as soon as I can. I've seen worse things than this, but it's getting pretty close.
You've seen worse things than this. Like
Yeah.
pointing down to the table.
Yes. I've seen monstrosities you could not bear to think of.
Now I'm struggling.
Yeah, a bit of drinking keeps me sane. But yes, perhaps we should leave this creature to its fate.
I agree.
To just leave it.
I would.
I would put the cover back over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay.
my god. Right, I'll slowly put the cover. I'm tucking it in.
Okay. I can't think of a cliffhanger, so we're just going to end it there
Yeah.
on a non-cliffhanger because it's nearly 1 o'clock.
Took in the weird monster with the semi.